let's go. Countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
She asked if she could see what's in the vault, told her I could show you my collection if you want, if you got the time, I could show you how it's done.
Once again, let's get this party started. Let's get things going. Let's see some honeys down the screen. Can we do that? I feel like I haven't seen the screen lit up with hundreds in a very, very long time. Let's do it. Are y'all ready? Let's go. Honeys. Yo! Oh my gosh. I would like to welcome everyone to the show today. My name is Emoji. I'm here with my co-host, RXH, E-Boogie, and Propagandist in the building. And together, we bring you a little something we like to call The Comic Shop. We run this every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we review comics. We are the voice of the fandom. I think we can comfortably say that at this point. We are the voice of the fandom. Appreciate everyone that came through. We are doing a giveaway courtesy of our sponsors today, VV Digital Collectibles, and we got a special guest. We have a special guest today. All right. But before kicking things off, let's start out with a brief word from our sponsors. The future of collecting is here. VV is the world's home of premium collectibles, comics, and artworks. Start your digital collection today and be part of the next evolution in collecting. Are you a fan of comic books? Never miss out on the latest releases. With comics dropping on VV the same day as they appear in physical stores, you'll never miss out on having the latest edition in your hand. VV Comics is a digital platform where you can purchase the newest comics from brands such as Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, Dynamite, Ablaze, Humanoid, and more. Purchase the read-only standard edition or upgrade to the limited edition. These limited edition comics are collectible editions. Dang, I think I'm reading the wrong. I definitely am reading the wrong. You know what? We're going to rock with it. These limited edition comics are collectible editions with cover variants randomly assigned at the time of purchase. Celebrate your passion and embrace new ways of collecting. Digital comics and collectibles allow you to dive into virtual worlds, connect them to reality via AR, and grow your collection without physical limits. Discover, buy, and sell within VV's trusted and secure store and market. Take your digital collecting to the next level with VV Comics, or just visit vv.me for more info on digital collectibles and comics. So that definitely was the right one. Ignore what I said in the middle. That was a perfect promo pitch for VV. Check out the screen on the live stream. We should be pinned to the top. You can see VV does release comics same day as print from the top brands, right? So when they hit your local comic book store, they're here at VV first, because technically your local comic book store isn't open yet. But they do have titles from this week, such as The Spectacular Spider-Man and DuckTales and NYX. So definitely check them out. That's vv.me/comics, or visit vv.me because they do have more than just comics. They have collectibles, cars, stamps from your favorite brands like Maserati, Coca-Cola, Ubisoft, Disney, DC, Lamborghini, Funko, and the list goes on. So feel free to check them out, and we would like to, once again, thank our sponsors, VV, for sponsoring this show. Let me say what's up to my co-hosts. How are you guys doing?
Yo, the VV Fam tech support said to make sure your mic is not in isolation.
There isn't an isolation for a condenser mic.
Okay, never mind then.
It's my interface. It's something going on with my interface, which it may just need to be updated, the firmware.
Yeah,
But
he's just gonna be cracking all night, which is yeah. We
wait,
can
wait, is
do it.
my mic bad too?
Nah, the mic is good. The music is just still.
Just the music. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it
so don't feel the need to press the
don't
horns
don't
a lot. Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
like the horns don't work either.
no,
Yeah,
no. I'm just
I,
saying,
like the
just don't go crazy on it.
oh, okay.
We could pass
I
tonight. Yeah,
I got it.
but yeah. But what's good? What's good?
I'm kind of bummed out that my sound doesn't work.
It's all good. We're past that. What's good?
Okay.
we, we're not
I
gonna talk
mean,
about this sound for the next 20 minutes, but yeah. What's good? What's good with y'all? How was y'all week?
I mean, I'm good. I'm good. We got the VV verse. We got some stuff going on. We got
Yeah,
timeline lit up.
have you
Hmm?
actually built have you actually built anything yourself, or you just commissioning everyone to build stuff for you
What?
when we're live?
Yo, what do you mean, bro? Like, this is community building experience. This is.
I just wanted to know if you actually built something. I'm gonna hop in live. You sent me the link, right? So I'm gonna go onto our.
Yeah, you're invited. Anyone that wants to come in, put your handle in the chat. Don't put it in the comments, and don't put it in the DMs, because I definitely will not check it. Put it in the chat. So if you check the live stream, which is the live stream pinned to the top? Yeah, the live stream is pinned to the top. Check that. And actually, could we pin it in the comment section too for those listening back? But the chat, the live stream chat. If you open up the live stream at the bottom, you'll see chat, and then just put your thing there, and then I can see that, because that actually is what pops up for me. Or if you have anything to say what's up in the chat. X, how are you?
I'm good, man. It's been a pretty cool week. It's a lot, a lot going on the digital side and just real life side. So I'm cool. Me and Bill just been collaborating on some stuff, trying to get things ready for other stuff.
I see you with
Two
the with.
episodes in of Paradise. I'm 2 episodes in, so
So I'm probably gonna watch that because it's on Disney. It's on Hulu, right? Or Disney, whatever. It's on one of them.
I think it's
Bro, if
Um,
you have Disney, you should have Hulu.
Yeah, yeah, I got the package. I got
Okay, I'm
Disney,
about to say
Hulu,
don't.
and Max. I got three of them.
Okay. All right, good.
And shout out Nas Clint in the chat. What up, Nas Clint? What's good? We at the comic shop. Yes, we are. Yeah. So I do want to watch Paradise. So if y'all do the couch critics for that, I should be good with that. Should be good with that.
Yeah, we should. I
yeah.
think Severance has a break in a couple weeks, so
Mhm.
for while we have that break, we'll just squeeze that one in there because the fam was talking about that, so we might as well
Yeah.
get that out the way too.
And I think we're gonna do it as a whole. Like we'll do the whole 5 episodes as one space.
Okay.
Well, there's a new one that came out today, but that's besides the point.
Oh,
But,
is that? Oh, it's not. I thought it was done. It's still going.
yeah, I got the
Oh,
alert that a new one came out today.
oh,
So
damn. So never mind. I thought
yeah,
it was like a mini series. All right, never
no,
mind.
we'll just keep it up to date. But yeah. Dope. Prop, you good, bro? What's up?
Prop, what's up?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, guys? You hear me?
Dope. Yep.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
good,
Yep.
yeah.
bro.
Man, yeah. Today has been a heck of a day, bro. Heck of a day. Your boy is quite the animal. Quite the animal, man. As y'all know, I be working. Um, y'all gotta bear with me this episode a little bit. I was trying to like really be on point and have my takes down and well thought out, but I might be like a little off a little bit because I like literally like an hour before y'all open the space, I got a call from the West Coast, and I just closed on a massive funding deal
Nice.
Oh
um,
snap! That's what's up.
for a business, for like a multi-million-dollar business. So like, yeah, I just got some really good news, man. So I've kind of been dealing with that.
Sorry, that was way
Um,
louder than it should have been.
We told
There
you.
we go.
yeah,
There we
yeah,
go. My bad.
We
My
told
bad.
you
My
with the
bad. My
horns.
bad. My bad. My
yeah,
apologies.
Yo,
So
Prop,
I'm just
are you a different animal and the same beast?
listen. In the end, more, more. We need more animal and the same beast. You know what I mean? More animal, more beast.
That's probably one of the
But
greatest things Kobe ever did, besides basketball.
That's like Loch
facts, facts,
Ness.
bro.
That's like Loch Ness territory.
Facts, bro.
Yeah,
Facts, facts, facts,
that's
bro.
mythical creature shit. Yeah.
He said, "What the fuck are you talking about, Kobe Bryant?"
Yeah, when he was in that hotel in Utah, he probably like, yeah. She's like, how much lubricant? More lubricant. But anyway, yeah, nah, man, it's been crazy. Bitcoin strategic reserve is out. You know what I mean? We got news. We just took a massive dip. Of course, buy the rumors, sell the news. Classic pattern. Um, I just bought the dip.
More,
Uh, you know what I mean? More dip.
more, more
You
dip.
know,
Gary, more
type shit.
dip. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, today this has been a crazy day, bro. It's been a crazy day. Furniture shopping. I just blew a gold and silver logo on some furniture shopping online. It's just been a crazy day, bro. Crazy day. Shout out to Sandro.
All right. I feel you. I feel you. Well,
What's
you've
up?
been busy, so that's what's up. That's what's up. Not shout out Nas in the chat again. He said he's watching White Lotus. Lisa from Blackpink is in there. And yo, my bad for your ears, bro, about the horn. Yo, that's my apologies. My apologies. All right, we gotta let Rolly out the curtain. But I do like because I do the theme song. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this song, but I'm not gonna play it for that long, right? And then that should balance it out. It should balance it out. All right, we just gonna run with it. We gonna run with it. Here we go. 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 Up. Let me bring a PFP up. There we go. All right. I would like to introduce to the stage. He is, man, when you talk about master collector, this is a whole different breed. This is a whole different level. This is top tier creme de la creme, one of the biggest collectors on the VV Digital collectibles platform. Allow me to introduce to you the one, the only Dr. Rolex.
Man, oh man, I gotta
You,
take
you
that
gotta let
back.
the drop play out. You gotta let the drop play out. All right, wait. So quick question. How was the sound on that?
Tonight, you emoji DJ down the hall. That's your name.
Wait, it was still the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
horrible.
bro.
But
You
Rolly,
like three houses. You like three apartments down right now.
Okay. All right.
wait,
Just
it's over. The sound sucks. Rolly, what's up, man? What's up, Rolly? You got it, man.
screw Rolly.
Can I come out from behind the carpet?
Yeah, you're out. You're on
Behind
stage.
the,
You're here. You're here. Yep, you're
Where am
here.
I?
Yeah.
Am
Yeah,
I in? Am
you
I
can
here?
stop
You're in.
peeking.
You're
Go
in.
ahead,
You're
go
in.
ahead, put that noise complaint in.
All right, let's go. Hey, I was just trying to start the thing early, man, because the sound issues, bro. That's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to help you out. But
I
hey,
Yeah, you
I'm
appreciate
not
it. I
gonna
good, man.
lie.
appreciate it.
I can hear that loud and clear, man, and that was probably one of the best intros I think I've ever had.
Oh,
So
thank you.
thank you for that big intro, man. Made me feel all warm and fuzzy and special deep down inside, hogs. But I appreciate it. Happy to be here, man. I'm happy to be here with the comic shop, with the boys, the fellas, the fam.
Let's go.
Just sounds like good. It's gonna be a good time, man. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm about as hyped as you are, emoji.
Nice,
Hey,
nice.
let's
Let's
go.
go. Let's
Let's go.
go. And I want to say for everyone in the audience, once again, we are doing a giveaway courtesy of our sponsors for the evening, VV Digital Collectibles. All right, so here's the things that you have to do to win the giveaway, right? And I mentioned one of the things at the beginning, right? The first thing was in the comments section of this space, tag 3 friends, right? Tag 3 friends in the comment section of this space. The second thing that you must do is to like and repost this space, but also the live stream. The live stream is pinned to the top of the space and possibly in the comments, maybe. But like and repost both this space and the live stream. Those are the things that you have to do to enter into the giveaway. Now, I am going to be rolling the giveaway, the X Picker, at a random time during the show that I will not disclose. I'm going to announce the winner at the end, but when I do the roll, it's going to be at a random time. So you might want to do these things ASAP because if you wait till the last minute, you probably won't be in the running. Also, when I call your name, now you don't have to come on stage, but your PFP does have to be here. You have to be present to accept your reward. If you are not here, then we will re-roll. All right. I think that covered everything. Also, we are doing this live from the VVverse. Hold on. Let me pull up the visuals real quick. Let me pull up the visuals real quick. There we go.
And
Okay.
what type of host are you, bro? Why do I have no collectibles in here? You got no collectibles in your account?
No, I got What are you talking about? You're supposed to have the collectible. Wait, who is that? Is that you?
I know emoji got a lot of comics collectibles.
I,
You better have that BB verse like bumped
Listen,
it up, bro.
this is
Brody,
This is a new one. So what I wanted to do.
it's a butt naked crib right now, and he didn't give it. Gave it like the peasant
Yeah.
access.
What,
I can't even
bro?
access
Yo.
the comics.
Oh, that's
Bro,
why I
you
gotta
could
give
at
y'all
least put
access.
the
Hold on,
one
I got you.
comic. I was gonna say you could at least put the one comic we're talking about today in
I'm
the
about
Exactly.
in the BB verse, bro.
Yo, I'm
Come
about to
on.
hook y'all up. All right, I'm gonna give you creator status. I'm gonna give everyone creator status, so you should be able to come in and do stuff. How come I can only give one master creator? Well, that's good to know. All right.
I didn't know
So
that.
Bug, yeah, it's only let me give one master creator, but it's fine. All right, so
I
Bug, you are
digress.
master creator.
Give it to this guy that's on top of the building. I can't even see whose name that is. Give it to him. He looks
I
like
don't
he
know.
knows what that is.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, we had somebody come up on stage too. Quan, what's going on, man? You want to say something?
What's up, Quan?
Yo, what's good with y'all? Yeah, I was just gonna wait my turn. Y'all was doing the intros and everything. But first off, I love VV. When it first came out, when I first got into the NFT world, it was big, it was huge, it was something new. I was just getting into NFTs, and I love the entire platform. I love the
Mm-hmm.
idea. I actually have a couple of collectibles, the Bugs Bunny, and then I had when they did the multiverse drop, and they started coming out with all the superheroes from Marvel. It was wonderful. I still have them, like 3 years later. Um, yeah, I just love it. I'm actually coming from another space, the Nick Cannon space, and they started talking about VV, and he wanted to do he wanted to recreate his Wild and Out mansion in the VV verse, and so that's
Oh,
really why I
word.
slid over because I saw it popped up, and if he's gonna be doing collabs with one of the things that I kind of like saw it build up, it was a big thing for me, so I had to slide over and just say what's up to everybody and show support.
Oh, nah, I appreciate that, bro. And I
Love to hear
appreciate
it, bro.
sharing the news, like, cause I didn't know,
That's dope.
what was going on over there.
Oh yeah,
Um,
as soon as that drop, I'm picking that up too. Absolutely, I love Wild 'N Out. I love VV, so it'd be awesome to have both of them at the same time.
same, bro. Well, appreciate you. It was a pleasure meeting you, Quan. We're gonna be reviewing one of the books from VV that dropped, the Ultimate Spider-Man #6. Feel free to chill out. If you read it, definitely feel free to weigh in on the conversation. Or if you just want to chill and hang tight. I mean, yeah, you're more than welcome, bro.
100%. I'm gonna stick around. I want to hear about the book. I mean, feel free to remove me from the stage. I said my piece. I'm just here to show my support and stick around and listen to the comment.
No worries, no worries. Appreciate you, bro. All right. So this book, I'm gonna drop some stuff in here so people have some stuff to kind of like play around with. But what we covered today, and we kind of like are jumping around a little bit. But I was able to kind of like catch up with the Ultimate Universe, so it was cool because I was able to revisit it. But we're covering Ultimate Spider-Man #6, and in all honesty, bro, I'm glad
Wait.
to be.
Before you do this, I have a question.
Yeah.
Roly, did you recommend
Yo,
this book? Did you recommend this book or did emoji
nope. That was all me right there, man. That
Yo,
was me, man.
Oh,
I don't be
I'm,
I
emoji,
don't
I'm,
be forcing
emoji
people's
relax.
books recommendation.
You be
nah,
trying
know.
to nudge. You be trying to nudge sometimes,
Listen,
but
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I'm a busy person, man. I get busy, and people don't. They underestimate my busyness. But um, there was a time where I was gonna be like, "Yo, just pick a book. I'll read it, and we'll run it." But I was like, "No, I'm not gonna cop out like that. I'm gonna ask some family and friends for some suggestions, and I got a few takes from a few people, and the one that made the most sense was the one that we're running with. So I like it.
a
And then,
well
Nice.
prepared man.
yeah, then it's number six, so you kind of got to go back and get caught up on one through five, which I as well did with emoji, and it was amazing. It was phenomenal. Like going in and catching up on a lot of the things that I totally forgot about. Just kind of puts everything in perspective. So fun. It was enjoyable, and I'm glad I got to do that, and I'm looking forward to doing it more often, and
Awesome.
especially with the ultimate collection. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo.
yeah, for sure. I got one other emoji. Hold on. I got
Mm-hmm.
one up. So, Rolly, we all know you pretty well anyway in here, right? Met you multiple times in real life. You're in every goddamn space that pops up. Supporting whether now, not my words. Whether, and I'm not gonna say who said it, but whether you're listening or not, we know you're in every space. But listen, what is something that we kind of don't know about you that you like to do? I know you're a family man and everything like that, but what is it like? Is there something else that we don't know about Rolly besides the comics, besides the collectibles, besides the business, besides who? Like, what else about Rolly, bro?
Oh man, that's hard, bro. I mean, I've been with y'all for 3 years. Beside all those things, like you already mentioned, like I'm really big into my family. Like I just my family's like my everything, man. Like my rock. Like that's everything I do. And all those other things you mentioned is is why I do all that for my family. You know what I mean? So like my family is my passion, man. Doing whatever I can do to for myself, knowing that it's going to put my family in a much better position later on down the road. And I'm not just talking about today. I'm talking about 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. That just gives me good peace of mind, man. I just want to have that peace of mind knowing the family is clutch, they're good, and and then building memories, man, with the family because I do work a lot, so I don't have that many friends outside of my VV fam, you all. I don't have like IRL friends. Like my wife is my best friend. My kids are are right there, like with wifey, my best friends, and that's kind of what I do, man. On my weekends, I don't go hang out with the homies. I hang out with the fam, and I enjoy every bit of it. Um, Anything crazy outside of that, man? I like to play poker. I don't gamble, but I do
That's
like to play
new.
poker.
That's new though. That's new,
Yes,
bro.
sir. I do like to play poker, man. I
Have
just started playing again, which has been amazing. It's been fun getting back
Have you been
into
playing
it.
in the Discord?
No, 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 no. I've been playing like cash games,
Okay.
like at just like private games and stuff like that.
Okay.
We've been invited to, it was kind of one of those things. I put it out there to the universe. Me and wifey were talking, and it was kind of her idea, like maybe you should get out more and just go enjoy like some poker because I used to play when we got married in the beginning before 4 kids later, and after like 3 days, one of the homies hit me up like, "Hey man, I have a house game every day, every week at this time." And I said, "You know what? This is definitely the
That's
calling." And
dope.
we went. Yeah, man, it worked out. Had a great,
That is dope.
fun, amazing time. It was kind of like the law of attraction. So getting back into poker. Outside of that, man, I just like to hustle. I like to grind, bro. I like to come up with great ideas. I like solving problems. I like solving other people's problems. If I have the opportunity to help somebody out and solve a problem that maybe that they're dealing with or having an issue with, that's a pretty that's passionate of mine, a passion of mine. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, man. If I could think of anything else, I'll definitely let y'all know.
Nah, bro, that was enough. It's dope. Because we all know you're a family man. So to hear like even the little bit of time you get out, you and wifey take that time to go out and get that time for yourself. Whether you guys are going together to the poker game or you're going by yourself, I have a hard time as well doing that, separating as well from the family. So when you said that, I'm laughing because I'm like, bro, that it's a real thing, bro. Like when you censor everything around your family, your kids, it's like you kind of lose. It's a healthy like kind of losing yourself because that really, if you're really for that, it fulfills you in every way. So I understand exactly how you
Yeah,
feel.
man.
Yeah,
Yes, 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 bro. I mean, but you also got to remember, like, I'm older, at this point in my life, and I went through that stage where, I had the 50, 60, 70 homies and friends that, every other day we go out, we party, we hanging out, we having a different kind of fun. And I'll tell you what, man, that fun was good and all, but this fun that I have now with the wife, the kids, it just blows the other fun out of proportion, man. Like
we call that
you
clean
can't.
fun. We call that clean fun, baby.
Yeah, the clean fun, man. It's way better, bro. It's way better. And the best part about it, man, is somehow, some way, man, you always end up with more money in the bank. You just end up with more money in the
That
bank,
is a
man, with
fact.
a family and all.
Hell yeah, bro. Okay, okay. Prop, you got a hand, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to get to the real question, bro. Uh, yeah, yeah, Rolly. It's good. What I mean, it's good to finally have you in the shop, type shit. I wanted to know whether you own it or not. What's your favorite car of all time, or right now? It don't really matter. And whether you own it or not, what's your favorite watch?
Okay. So on the car, that's gonna be and I don't own it. Eventually, hopefully, I can own it. The Lamborghini Centenario. That one has kind of been just one of those things that I seen it one time with my eyes, and since then, man, it's just one of those that's on the list. I think it has like a $5 million price tag. So I'm not in no rush to grab it, but when the time is right, I would definitely like to do that. And then on the watch, man, God, that's so tough, bro. It's just I don't think I can give you just
All right, if
one.
you,
The Sunday watch.
Um,
The
all
Sunday
right. Well,
watch.
give me two.
Listen,
Give
but
me two.
I'll tell you what, like a watch that I really want right now that I don't have is, and it's a Rolex. I'm gonna keep it simple with the Rolex, but it's the Sky Dweller 18 karat yellow gold with the yellow face with the gold face and the diamond baguettes or the Roman numerals as the digits. If I can get my hands on that one, that's an instant buy. And then I really
Jubilee,
want like
Jubilee, or Oyster. Jubilee or Oyster.
um I'm gonna have to go with the oyster on the Sky Dweller for
Okay.
sure. On the oyster, I think the oyster, the Jubilee is different. It's not like the presidential Jubilee. If it was like the presidential Jubilee, then I go with that one. But I believe it's the Jubilee that the regular Jubilee. Um, so if I then the second watch would be just a crazy ass bust down, bro. I'm talking about. I,
I didn't
I
think you would
mean,
say that. I didn't think you would say
Nah, bro.
that.
I need one, dog. I need
Nice,
one
nice.
for the collection, dog. I don't got it. All my watches are just straight up stock,
Mm.
Plain
regular
Jane. Plain
plain
Jane.
Jane from
Yep.
the manufacturer, not,
That's the way, though.
just
That's the way.
that's the
That is
way,
actually the
correct.
way.
That is the way, bro. But, going back to my roots, going back to,
Yes, sir.
come on, you already know what time it is, bro. So, listen, a couple things I always tell myself when I get older, and if I have the means and and the ability, which at this point I can, I feel like I can. I want to get a badass bust down, like straight up. I'm talking about when that thing, you guys can see it from like 10 miles
Chandelier.
away. That's
Chandelier.
correct. Yes. Straight chandelier all the way, like everything, like every piece. And then I want to have one. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I want to get my fangs, my bottom fangs, diamond out,
Mm.
bro.
I like
Yo,
it.
That's
I
I
don't
that's
know
like it.
why.
that's another
I don't
thing.
know why I thought different, Rolly. I need to slap myself, bro. I should
Nah,
have knew better. I should have knew better, bro. Like
come
I
on
don't know
now.
why.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the
No, I
bottom
need
part
that
is not
bust
for you.
down, and then the diamond fangs on the
Yo,
bottom, the
yo,
bottom
Rolly,
grill, on the bottom
yo,
grill.
Rolly. Rolly, check your text message. I just sent you a picture of a watch. It's a factory bust down, and
Okay.
I want your opinion on this watch.
Okay.
So I sent him I sent him a picture of a, a white gold AP with like a baby, like a sky blue face,
Hmm.
like a checkered face. What's your opinion on this? Because I know you want a Rolex
That
bust down, but what
that
you think about this one though?
that would be I would 100% cop one like that. The only thing that I would need is the face to be bust down to, bro.
You want the
Like
face
I
of what
need
down
Yeah,
to?
the
I'm
Okay,
about to say he
okay.
wants the baguettes in the face,
I
right?
want
Yeah.
correct,
I
brother.
like.
I want, but that honestly,
Come on.
honestly, prop
This
yo,
is
that
fresh
one right
though.
there is fire, kid. I
That's
would buy that
clean,
in a
ain't it?
heartbeat. If
That's
they could get
clean.
me that with the baguettes, the diamond baguettes, that might be a purchase. That might be
I think this
Oh,
one.
a quick
don't get
purchase.
that shit to the Bitcoin
And what's
company,
that,
bro.
bro?
Don't get
Like,
that
what's
shit to
that
the
Nah, nah,
one? That's what.
nah.
I would
It
say
was
that's
over
gonna
two
be at least.
hundred. It was over
Oh,
two
okay. I would say
hundred. It was
190,
like
190.
it was over 200. Uh,
Okay.
but that's
Two,
straight
two.
from. But that's actually at
That's the only way I would do it, bro.
yeah,
That's the only way I would do it. I would want to do it straight from the retailer. So if I and they
yeah.
do that nowadays. I mean, they've been doing that shit probably for the last 10 years. But yeah, I would do it straight from the jeweler, straight from the manufacturer. AP could be on the list, but it's just got to be full bust down, full bust down.
All right,
I got you.
last thing, because I know Emoji wants to. We got to keep the program moving. Rolly, I seen you change. I seen you just changed that picture. Probably like it was probably like in our space, like almost a week ago. I didn't realize that shit got a that got the you got a plain Jane on that motherfucker too, bro. All right, we gonna keep it moving too. I didn't know your picture had a Rolex on too. All right.
Yeah, bro. You see that? I had to look. I had to make sure, bro, when I was getting it. Number one, the MFR, I changed my PFP to the MFR over here. And this MFR right here, I get props to my boy Viper, but I was checking out the floors, and unfortunately, the floors they had like the Timex ones, and then I seen this bad boy like sitting like 10, 12 um, collectibles up, and I went straight to the timepiece, and I seen a little bling in it, and I was like, all right, done, sold, and I copped it. I had to cop it.
Facts.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. So, once again, Rolly, appreciate you for coming in. Appreciate the support that you always put in being here and being in these spaces and coming through. You're a regular to the show, so we've been hoping to get you here for a minute to kind of like talk comics. And like they mentioned, you were the one that suggested this Ultimate Spider-Man series, and you said you caught up with it, right? So you read going up to it, so you know what's going on
Yes, I
going
did.
forward.
I
Okay.
did. Yes, I
It
did. Mahalo. Shout out to my boy Mahalo. Gave me a couple, couple great content creators that also were giving good recaps on it. So I only not only did I
Nice, man.
got to go back and read it, I also got to check out some different takes from different content creators. So it was just a great I would say 2 3 days of just learning more and
nice,
being extremely impressed,
nice,
extremely
nice.
impressed.
So before we get into the full reviews and everything like that, we do kind of do like a little sum up, a little oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw Gambit out here because we're about to get him this weekend. We do a little sum up of our first impressions of the book, what we thought, without going too deep into it, but just a little synopsis on our impression of it before we dive in. So did you want to like kick that off, or what was your thoughts of it?
For me, man, I loved it, man. Like without getting too deep, like when the when I got to the last page and I flipped, I kept hitting the screen. Like I was waiting for more. Like I was ready for the next page, the next,
Mm-hmm.
what was gonna happen next. But it was um, it was very intriguing. There was a lot of crazy stuff in the beginning that I wasn't expecting, and then there was the inevitable, which I kind of figured was gonna happen towards the end. that ended up happening, and I kind of thought that was going to probably happen, and it did. So that was pretty cool. Um, yeah, they're just I don't want to spoil anything, but I thought overall they did a phenomenal job. Uh, you know, flowing this in from the previous five, and yeah, I was very impressed.
Nice, nice. Does anyone else want to go into their initial thoughts of the book?
Yeah, this was a perfect reminder of what when we reviewed it, the first one, and why that one was so good. And yeah, this was just a great follow up to the the uh, the last time we covered. So it was fire.
Cool, cool.
Yeah. Also, some of these collectibles I'm seeing for the first time in the Vverse, and they look really fire, bro.
They look dope, right? You guys
Like
still
the
can't
Audi
like
looks
move anything
dope.
or touch anything because I gave y'all
Nah,
access to.
I just been watching you
Yo,
do
those
all
No.
your things.
collectibles in the VVverse are different. They're just
Yeah.
totally different collectibles. They're not the same collectibles.
Yeah,
If you, I'm glad everybody has the ability to see the VVverse now, and they're able to see that for themselves. And then
Mm,
if you want to change the lighting and stuff like that, you can make the collectible shine the way you need it to shine in your VVverse.
No,
mm,
that's a fact. It
yeah,
is.
Like you want to get a blue tone, a red tone, a gold tone, like you can add that. That's pretty cool.
nice,
Yeah,
yeah.
nice.
yeah.
I had to grab the Audi after seeing it in the in here. Like it just looks so cool.
Yeah, it is a dope looking collectible. Bug or prop? Did you guys want to go in on
Yeah, I got
initial
you.
thoughts? Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Nah. It was a dope book. I can't lie. The first one, I think I did a 9 out of 10. So this one was not bad at all. I don't want to spoil anything or give away too much just yet. But I
Hmm.
think it actually cohesively, like all the books, they actually tell a nice story. It actually is run out to be like,
Hmm.
if this was a series, it would be like on TV. It would be fire to watch this. Like it would be cool. So yeah, that's all I'll say right now.
Okay. Prop.
Yeah. I believe I read one or two books in the series. I think it was two, maybe the first two. So kind of, familiar with the story. This one in particular, I actually don't even know how many more episodes there are, issues there are, but this one, they definitely, I don't know, it'd be hard for me to uh, say that this one wouldn't be maybe the one of the best ones. Um, just yeah, I don't know. Just overall, I thought it was just a good installment to the series. Like what to me, one of the coolest things that you can do in a superhero book is play with the identity of of a superhero.
Hmm.
Um, and I think they do that. They do that pretty well here. There's nothing I wouldn't say really um, revolutionary about it, but they went about it, in a good way in this issue. Um, yeah, it wasn't a lot of imagination to it, but it was good though. It was good, and overall, I think just like a lot of other cool elements in the book where, and I feel like in a way, Hickman is holding back a little bit. There's a little bit of holding back on some things, and who knows when, like whether it's in the previous episodes or, or any after where things kind of get like super crazy. But overall, it's just a good story I tell so far. Because I do have
Hmm.
context of some of the previous issues, but overall, like it's a pretty good installment.
Okay. Cool. 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 So yeah, and once again, I've been waiting to kind of jump back into these books too because I was able to kind of read catch up to them behind the scenes, and we've been reading different things, but I miss these Ultimate series because like the storytelling that they're mapping this out for like to be has been really good. I also enjoyed this book. I enjoy a lot of things that they're doing with this, and yeah, man. I mean, I guess we could dive in. We could. You guys ready?
Yeah, let's
Let's
get
do
it.
it.
Okay, cool, cool. Also too, shout out, I see Millie in the chat. Uh, and if anyone is in the verse and having issues with moving things, because I think I gave everyone ability to like kind of like move things or throw shapes and stuff out there, but I don't know. It may or may not be glitching right now, but
So we
I
can't
don't
take
know.
your collectibles. Like this is never a thing. We can't take your
You
collectibles
you're
out.
supposed to be able to. We were doing it
Yeah, because
last time.
I'm not seeing your collectibles. I shut the space down and I opened it back up.
I put a whole
Um,
bunch of stuff out there.
I don't want the stuff that you pick.
I've been moving things around.
Oh, you can't move things around. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You're
can move the stuff
you're
you put out, but
supposed to, yeah, you're supposed to be able to take my stuff and throw it down. I know shapes for sure, but you're supposed to also be able to take collectibles, but I don't know if that works or not. But I don't
okay,
know.
maybe
I don't know.
maybe
I
not
don't
right now. Maybe not right
know.
now. Okay,
All
okay,
right.
cool.
All right. So the book, it starts off in June, and it starts off with Peter coming into the house like all beat up, like he's got a black eye, like he looks crazy. Um, and obviously his family is like, what the heck happened, and he tries to play it off like, I think he said, I'm clumsy or I slipped and fell or something like that, but obviously they know this cat. And at this point, right, the daughter was the only one that knew his secret identity, but she sees her dad like that and she flips out and she pretty much spills the beans and everything. And then Mary Jane, looks like, what's been going on, and the son looks like, what's been going on. um and that's when he starts filling in. So what we're getting, the book pretty much starts at a certain period of time, and then the rest of the book takes place in the flashback, right, of him telling, and then it goes to the pink kingpin. But I mean, what, what did you think of this excuse? Like, this was weird to me. Like, he came in obviously like beat up, and he didn't think that, like, I don't know, did he think that they were gonna, I don't know. What did you guys think of the intro? What did you guys think of the intro?
I thought it was the perfect way to put us back in the world of like this older Peter Parker, like the family kind of aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it does a really good job of like, you know, I mean, it is a book, but I just feel like the realism of like having to explain yourself if you were a superhero, and like it's eventually gonna catch up to you. You know what I'm saying? So this was the day,
Mm-hmm.
and I just think they did a really good job of like establishing his family dynamic and the relationship that he
Mm-hmm.
has with his family, because there's interactions with everyone individually, and how they take it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're seeing Pete as a dad, as a husband, and just like how he handles it. It's not the best way,
Mm-hmm.
but his family, like, they got a lot of love for him. They really do, and I feel like they represented that really well in this particular scene.
I feel you. My PC may be glitching a little bit. Just let me know if I'm right or wrong. Is Majin Jesus on stage?
Yo, yo,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm on stage.
Oh, what's good, bro? I'm sorry, I didn't. I didn't. I'm just looking at it now, and I'm like, wait, is he up? How you doing?
No, it's all good, yo. I appreciate being here. Yeah, I just want to say shout out to Rolex for choosing this comic because it allowed me to catch up on Ultimate Invasion and now this Ultimate's Spider-Man. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about the book.
Awesome, awesome, and yeah, feel free to weigh in. On PC, I can't really always see everything. Like, if you're looking at the live stream, you'll see what I mean, because it's like X sucks on PC and it's laggy. So if anyone is on stage and I don't like see you, just you either just drop the mic, say something, or like co-host, let me know what's going on, because I yeah, it's
No,
glitching.
it's all good, bro. It's all good.
So do we just
Mhm.
kind of go into like the beginning of the
Yeah,
comic, like
yeah,
kind of like sectioning it off?
pretty much, yeah. So how did you think that this began?
All right. So for me, the beginning, I thought it was a great, like entrance into some of the unknowns, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you have read 1 through 5, there was a couple things that, still kind of we were trying to figure out, and he comes. we're talking about the comic now, right? We're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can go
Yeah.
into details and stuff. So
Yeah.
like he walked into the house, he walks home, and in the ultimate Spider-Man, he's a family guy. He's a family man. He has his wife, he has his kids, and he's beaten the crap. He like his face is black and blue. He's got his face beaten up,
They
and
beat the bricks off him.
it's at it, they beat the crap out of him, and at that point, the family's like, "What is going on, Dad?" Like they're like, "What's happening, Dad?" Like what's and then he's like, "Oh, rough day at the Bugle." Like come on, they're like, "Come on." And it was, of course, the daughter who knew because she found out. I want to say, like maybe book two, maybe three, issue two, three, I forget. She
Yeah.
accidentally slipped up in the very beginning of the book, and that's when the family found out that he was who he was. Who
Mm-hmm.
at that point we still didn't know who he was, right?
What are you talking about, Peter?
Be- be- yeah, because well, we knew he was Peter,
Mm-hmm.
but he still didn't have a code name
Oh
at that
yes,
point.
yes, yes. He didn't. He wasn't. He didn't go by Spider Man. He gets that in this book. Yeah.
Correct. Yes, in this book, towards the end, he gets that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it was cool. The family finding out, hey, oh crap, Dad's a superhero. Um, and of course, wifey was really, really excited to find out about that.
And you know what? And I want to touch on that once we get to that point too, because that was another interesting part of things to me. But well, once we get there, we could speak on it. But did anyone else want to weigh in on the intro before I go to the next scene?
Nah, I think Rody and X said it best. I do like the for me, it's odd, right? I do like the fact that it was kind of the excuse was lame, right?
Yo,
I did like
Juice was hella lame.
it. You
But
know what I mean? I did like it because it played into that. It was
uh huh.
on par with how he was throughout the other books, like naive, right? Like he thought that
Mm.
would get over. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? It's the same way like when he fights the Shocker for the first time, and he falls for the. He's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here, robbing this bank. I'm so sorry. And then
Mm.
he like whips his ass, right? He shocks him off the building. So it's like, you know what I mean? It does play into the fact that he is naive and he thinks that the what he's saying like really like people should just go with it and that's it, right? So it was on par with his character. So I do think that was kind of like I said, like Pop said, nothing super clever and out of the ordinary. It's just that they're doing. Sometimes it's good to have the simplicity there, and that's what it felt like. Just the family guy who's out doing some shit he probably shouldn't be doing. Nothing clean fun in a way. You know what I mean? He's rescuing people, but he's got the strength to do it. So it's like he's not really doing anything crazy, but in the context of the whole family and the danger that it can bring, it is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this that's the layers to it that we can think about as the readers and be like, wow, no, Pete, you're kind of wilding, right? But
Yeah.
there's good reason why these heroes never tell their family members what's going on in a sense. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just on par, not original, not nothing new, but the uh the spin on having a family and everything does its job. So
Mm.
I do like the intro and how they made it up. They like I said, they brought it back to about family. So
Yeah.
I'm always good with that.
And you know what? It set it up for you to kind of like because it breaks here and it goes into him telling the story, right? The backstory of what happened. But it set it up for you to kind of like wonder how are they going to take this because literally like out of all the ways that he could share with them that he was a superhero, he probably shared with them in the worst way because that's what you would think, right? Like your loved one being hurt or perhaps killed, right? And they discover it, well, specifically Mary Jane and his son discover it by him being like beaten to like a pulp, right? That's how they discover it. So in your mind, you're kind of like, well, how are they going to take this? Like, are they going to be cool about this? Like, this is probably the most scariest way to find out that your loved one is a superhero. To see them, what it looks like, probably fail off, the way that their face looks. So I think in that aspect, it was a good setup because it kind of it left you on a cliffhanger when they went into the story, and then they wrapped back around at the end to see, well, what is his parent what is his family's actual response. And that response was interesting too, but we'll get into that once we go in there. But are we good to go to the next scene, or did anyone else want to weigh in on the beginning?
Think we good?
We're good. Okay. So the next part is pretty much the flashback of what's happened. How did Peter get in this predicament in the first place? And they zone into the Kingpin, and you see him and Green Goblin, pretty much like on a stakeout, looking to see what the Kingpin is doing, and pretty much put an end to into him. Right now, Harry already knows that about as far as what's been going on, or bits and pieces of what's been going on with the Maker and things like that, because he had tortured I think it was Bullseye, right? I believe he had tortured Bullseye.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, and got the information from him. Peter doesn't know that. Peter doesn't know that. Not yet, at least. But so they're staking out Kingpin, and then they pretty much just bust in and go at Kingpin. But Kingpin isn't like, he's not shaken at all. He's like, he pretty much alludes to the fact that he knew that they've been watching him the whole time, right? And he's just been waiting for them to come through. And Green Goblin, lets Kingpin know that he knows that this is a bigger plan. Like, you are a part of something much bigger, right? Alluding to the Maker. And then a fight ensues, and you see both of them get thrashed by the Kingpin. What are you guys' thoughts on this kind of like
Okay,
encounter? Yeah,
there's one thing that always bothers me about Spider-Man, and it's Kingpin.
yeah.
That's the I don't know what it is about this fucking Kingpin guy that I just don't
Why is he
get.
so strong?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah.
Because he's
Fuck
just a regular person.
What
Well,
was it?
well, this
No,
one is
no, no, no.
different.
I love the
Yeah,
Kingpin,
yeah.
man. I
There
love
was
the Kingpin.
something,
Rolly, yes, I know what you're gonna say. Go
but
ahead
there
and
was
say it.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something that he said when his shirt
Oh
ripped
yeah.
off,
Yeah, this one is
and
different.
he's like, I've got an upgrade or something like that. And I see the tattoos, but
Hmm.
what's the upgrade that causes this freaking
I think
beast
he I
of a
think he turned
guy
Samoan. I think he turned Samoan,
to,
and
bro? No, bro. It's like he's got vibranium in him or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it
that.
might be. It
Like,
might be.
I was
there's
thinking the same
something
thing
different.
He's
because I thought
Wakanda.
we
He's
saw
Wakanda
somebody.
now.
I
His
thought,
punches were breaking the mask
Yeah,
and the metals of Green Goblin. Like,
yeah.
he's got to have something, some type of surgery or some type of something that has made him, like, his
This
punches
this
more
kingpin
lethal.
is this kingpin is powered up. This one is powered up. We don't
Yeah,
know
he
exactly.
says it himself,
Yeah, yeah.
but we don't know
This
why. Yeah.
exactly.
No,
But
so wasn't
mhm.
it? Wasn't it? It was the Stark tech or some shit like the same tech like from
The Pico Tech.
Yes, yeah, yeah. It was some.
I
It was
feel
some
like,
tech
yo, I
that.
kind of low key feel like that Pico Tech is made from symbiote.
Hey, hey, I have no
oh,
idea.
that, oh
Uh,
shit.
But
We have
before we
we
get into
this
the,
isn't a spoiler
I think
because
he
that
would look
hasn't been
different, but
disclosed. But I
maybe.
feel like it's made. I feel because they've alluded to it having like this DNA in it. I feel like it's made from the symbiote, and that's why it
listen,
moves
Okay,
that way.
all I
and
know
then
is
the other.
go ahead, Rolly.
Hmm.
My bad.
Yeah.
Go, no, go. You keep
The
going because this is still on the same topic.
all I
Mhm.
know is that even without that shit, Kingpin pisses me off, bro. Every other comment, he's just this guy that I want to get his ass whipped, right? It's kind and I'll say the equivalent to that in the DC universe is Lex Luthor. I don't like them both. Even although Lex Luthor was cool in the
I
was it Smallville?
Lex I think is more believable
It
than
was kind of
Kingpin.
cool.
Because I don't know why
Huh?
Kingpin is so. I think Lex is more believable than Kingpin because I have
Yes,
no
he
clue how
is.
Kingpin
But
can
they're
actually go
on
toe
the
to toe with Spider Man
same. But they're like on the
on a
same playing
physical
field.
level. On a physical
Yeah,
level.
where it's like,
I
bro, there's
agree. I
no
agree.
Yeah.
way
I
that every
agree.
time Superman's about to whip your ass, you have this piece of kryptonite in your back pocket that you just so happen to conveniently have right when you're on the brink of death. And Kingpin is this guy. I just There's no way Spider-Man doesn't zip line down and kick the shit out of
But
him when
it
he's hurt. Like
but it's not even that
he's
he
gonna grab him by the
outsmarts
foot and
Spider
slam him.
Man. He
Huh?
literally just beats the bricks off. Like he it's
Yeah,
not even that he outsmarts
Yeah,
Spider Man.
yeah,
He
they
just
got their
beats.
yeah.
ass beat. They got
Yeah.
their ass beat, and they had to
Just
retreat
brute.
from the
I
fight.
mean,
But
I
Hmm.
I have to disagree though. He did outsmart them because he was like basically waiting for them. He was
yeah,
like,
Yeah,
he
I mean,
knew.
yeah,
He knew they were coming the whole
yeah.
time. He
like
called
in
them
that
yo,
out. He said,
case,
"Yo, what took y'all so long? I was about to come and
exactly,
grab
like
y'all."
exactly. So I don't
You
know.
know?
I
hmm
get what you're saying, but I think the Kingpin is always like that. That's why he's such a good villain because he's supposed to provoke that feeling out of you. Like yo, I just can't stand this guy. Like
hmm
because he's
We
always a step ahead. He's untouchable. You know what I'm saying?
He's
Like
unlikable.
yeah, but
we
he's
do got to talk
also
about the elephant in the room too. We got to
What's
bring up
that?
the elephant in the room too.
what's up, Rolly?
Green Goblin and Spider Man are teaming up to
Hmm.
fight Kingpin,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's not normal. That's not you don't.
That's
Spider
Um,
dope.
Man and Green
That's
Goblin
so dope.
are
Yep.
enemies.
I
Yeah.
You
think
know what I'm
there's a
saying?
I think
In
there's a
what we in
special
the
twist.
universe we know,
hmm
but in this ultimate universe, they're boys. You know, and
As, as
they
of right now, as of right now,
as of right
that
now they're
could
boys.
change.
They both know each other's identities,
hmm
and I think the storyline's a little bit different in this
hmm
ultimate universe, to where the killing of his father wasn't done by Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, it was done by
Yeah.
what was done. Technically, it was blamed on Tony Stark, but it was done by the Maker and this whole like
The Maker,
Illuminati
yeah, yeah,
type of
yeah.
thing.
The
Yeah, yeah.
Illuminati, yup, yup,
Which is
yup.
why he's
That,
after
that
Kingpin
super
because
laser.
that's the first. Yeah,
And
that's his
that's why they're
first
working
link.
together as boys. And then how
Yep.
about Spider-Man coming in on his first mission, talking about I never broken any laws and I'm afraid to go in. Like he was
That's a
nervous, bro.
fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Dude, that
Yeah.
shit
afraid.
was so funny, bro.
He didn't have the confidence that he normally has when he's going in to fight crime, bro. He was straight out talking about I don't know if we should be doing this, Green Goblin. Green Goblin's like he's like,
Yo,
hey
he
man,
needed a pep
just
talk,
trust
bro.
the process. Trust the process, man. We got this.
I really like
Yo.
that though. I like being
Mm.
able to see Peter in like a brand new, almost like this is his origin story, but his mind and body are in his prime. It's like
Mm.
it's such a weird dichotomy of being able to see that, but I'm really fucking with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I find that these stories have a level of maturity, and probably maybe because Peter's older, right? So it's approaching life at a different angle than like a high school kid or a college kid. So these stories tend to feel just a little bit more mature, with what they're dealing with. But yeah, I mean, they get pummeled by Kingpin. Does anyone else want to weigh in on this scene?
Yeah,
For
bro. What
mhm.
about the Kingpin just sets up a cage match? That's how ready he was for both of them, bro. He was just
He
chilling, drinking,
did.
and then they fucking come through the glass, and then he's like, finally, now it's time for the cage match, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like that
Wait,
was
so do
that
you
was
think
dope as
he
fuck.
so do you think he played that shit out? He was like he poured up the drink. He was like, all right, so when they bust in, I'm gonna do a rollie. So I'm gonna rip the shirt off, right? And
Yeah,
then
Yo, he
you think he
planned the
role played?
shirt rip.
yeah,
Yo,
bro. Bro, he
Nah.
planned it out on
yo, he
his
did the
phone for
Hulk
like months,
Hogan.
probably.
He said, he
Yeah,
said,
bro. He
"What took
couldn't
y'all
wait to
so long?"
show. No, no. He couldn't wait to show off his new abilities. I think that was really
Yeah,
what he wanted them to know. Like, hey, listen, I run this shit. I knew y'all were coming, and I had this set up, and like you see the cage actually
I
drop
had
in
this
the
set up.
book. Like he had the cage drop. Like you see the cage literally drop, and they're in the cage with him. And then he rips his shirt and says, "Oh, look at me now! I'm the new improved." And then he whoops their ass, bro, and they retreat. They gotta dip
Yo,
out
but
before they get
he had a
killed.
dope line. He had a dope line too because, and I don't know emoji if we got it there when he was when he's whipping their ass. Like he's actually whipping Green Goblin's ass, right? And it's
whooping his
funny
ass.
He
because
beats the eye out of his mask, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, he
Like,
could
he
have
and
killed
he's
broke
him.
their
and
He
he
could
ass.
have
like he
killed
got
him.
his hands up like he's scared.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
beat
could
both
have
their
killed him. He
ass,
could have
but
killed him.
Yeah, I
he
ain't
was
like
about to.
that.
I know, right?
If Spider Man wasn't there, he would have killed him.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
for sure,
So
for
Yeah,
that's
sure.
what I was getting at right here is that he was actually going to off Green Goblin first. That was his like. It's like he was fucking him up, and Spider Man was like basically on his back, like no, don't hurt my friend type of ordeal. Like no, he was
Mm-hmm.
gonna whip Green Goblin's ass first and off him, right? But
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, he had this dope line because Green Goblin screams like, oh God, like you're
Mm-hmm.
getting your ass whipped so bad, you scream, oh God, like you came
Yeah,
in there.
I ain't like that either. I ain't
Like
like that.
I didn't like that.
Yo, and
Yo,
yo,
Rolly,
his eyes exposed,
Yeah,
his
that is
yo,
mascot.
surprising, bro. He
Rolly,
did
he
say,
came in
"Oh
there ready
God,
to.
bro, I
He
forgot
came in
about
there
that."
ready
But he
to
did.
break laws, Rolly. He came in there ready to break laws, like you say. He was like, "Yo, let me show you how to do this. I'm a pro. I've been breaking into
Yeah,
places
bro.
all
Yo,
this
That's the
last
crazy
month."
thing about it is he was
it,
telling Spider-Man like, "Don't worry, we got this."
in all honesty, if I was Spider Man, I would never team up with Green Goblin again after that. Like after I seen that, if I seen that energy and then he came in and got beat up like that, and then he was on the floor with his hands up, oh God, no!
He said, "Oh God."
I would have been like, all
But then
right,
what did
Yo,
he
we
do?
need
yeah,
we need
but
we need more people
That's
for this. I'm about
crazy, bro. But yo, how did they get away? Like, I don't even know how they got
okay.
away. Like,
Look,
there was
so
look.
some type
yeah,
of
It was
So
the
explosion.
what?
the
So
glider.
follow me
glider,
along.
the glider,
Did the
huh?
glider?
Go
But
to
the
the line. Go to the line
oh,
that that he said. He says Green Goblin says, "Oh God," and
yeah, I
Kingpin
remember
says,
that.
"Emoji, you gotta pull it up because you gotta read that line, bro." Like he was
You want
like,
me
Here,
to read
right
it?
he
here.
was like
Hold on.
God.
So, okay,
He
You
was
got it,
like
Rolly?
God.
so okay, there it is,
Oh
right
yeah,
there. So it
go ahead,
says,
Rolly. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Green Goblin says, "Oh God," and then he says, "God, don't you understand the world you live in? There's no one listening, no one to save you. You're all alone, and it's all over." And that's when you think, boom, he's about to get killed.
Dang.
And then Spider-Man jumps on him and distracts him and pushes him away. And then
Yeah.
towards the end,
And Spider Man gets
it
washed.
says, yeah, he gets beat and slammed into the ground, like literally smashes the first floor. And then Spider-Man says, "Little help." And oh, there it is. Green Goblin says, "Hold on, beep." And then all of a sudden the glider comes in. Oh, I thought that was a bomb in the picture. That's actually the glider coming in to
Yeah,
save them. Okay, that's what
yeah.
it was.
No. I think the
Oh
glider
no,
dropped
the
the
glider
bomb.
did drop a bomb. You're right.
Yeah,
The
there
Yeah,
you
glider
go.
did
glider
drop a
Yep,
dropping
bomb.
bombs, bro.
yep.
Came through
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Kool-Aid
yeah.
man dropping bombs, bro.
Yup,
And
you're
Yeah.
right. The glider
I
and
saved
he's
them.
able
Holy
to
shit.
control, like, so what he did was, instead of making a regular blast, he made the blast stronger, which is able that's how he
Yes.
got away. So
mm.
yeah, bro, but that line was crazy, bro. He was like God, like that's when you know, like, the whole, like, he rehearsed that shit. He knew what was gonna
Yo, he
happen.
rehearsed, bro.
He
Yo,
definitely
this is
rehearsed that.
crazy. This is crazy, and
That
it's
man was in
so.
front of the mirror, bro.
And then
He
you see them
was.
both
Wait,
I,
Mozzie,
like
shirt
both
on or shirt
limping
off? Like
away.
he stood in front of the mirror, shirt on or shirt off first. He was like,
Yeah, he had
like
two
he low
different
key
speeches.
didn't have to take the shirt
Two
off.
different
Like
speeches.
he went. Yo, but nah,
Yeah, that's funny, bro.
it's crazy, and it's crazy to get them. I know they're both green, right? I know they're both green as far as being superheroes and stuff like that. But it's crazy to see that team up of Spider Man and Green Goblin, and them get
"It's dope
washed
though. It
like
was dope.
that by
It was
King
dope."
by
It was
Kingpin.
dope.
Yeah,
It
it
Hey,
was.
was.
hey, real quick before we get off this scene though,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because E Boogie, you were talking about how Harry was all scared and shit, but that's kind of an Osborn thing because if you remember in the Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, Willem Dafoe at the end of the movie was the same way, bro. As soon as he was about to lose, he just turned and started whimpering, and it's like that's just an Osborn thing, bro.
Bro,
Oh,
I
yo,
can
you
see it
right.
in
But
my
but
head.
here's
Why
but
did
it
he
was like
do that,
a
bro?
trick though. He was gonna skewer him with the glider. But like, yes, he did do that. He
Yeah,
did
it's
do
Yeah,
true.
he's
that.
conniving, bro. But
Yeah.
William Defoe, his the way he played that shit, bro, was so beautiful, bro. Like
Mm.
Oh, bro,
like I
he's
can see
one of the
even that
goats, bro.
laugh, like that
Perfect.
fucking
Perfect.
laugh, everything, bro. It was real. Man, bro, like that first Spider-Man movie, bro, was
Yo, William
Oh,
Defoe
bro,
was
you
the
don't gotta tell
best.
me.
William Defoe was the best Spider-Man villain in multiple universes because when he came in as Green Goblin in No Way Home with Tom Holland, he was he was Tom Holland's best
Well,
villain.
yeah, they had to save the movie, so
Yeah,
he
bro.
was the
that
hero.
is
It's
true.
that
That
fucking
is true.
voice, bro. He's got that shit masked, that laugh, like
Yeah,
that shit is like crazy, bro. Like
definitely,
he's
definitely.
yeah, he's that dude, man. He's really that guy. I actually, he's one of the few villains that I was hurt that that like he died in that first movie. Like there's very few villains I feel bad for, but he played that
Mm.
shit so well that it made you feel like sympathy for him because it was like, damn, like he's kind of losing it, right? Like
You don't like
I
when
don't know if
Harry
you feel
came in
that.
three and two or three or what is it?
I
All right,
Which
let's
one
get
not
was it?
talk.
Two
Let's
and
no,
not talk
three?
about three, bro. Let's not talk about
nah,
three.
nah. Harry wasn't it, bro.
when he
Harry
when
was.
he
I mean,
when he was
this
winking at
Harry is
He was
single
winking at Mary
handedly.
Jane. He was winking at Mary Jane. He had Toby spiraling.
Nah, this Harry definitely is letting us forget about that movie.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
All
Yeah,
right,
this Harry's fire, and he had Mary Jane at the dinner and everything like that. That dinner was mad awkward, but that's a
it
whole
was.
And
nother.
he's married to
It
Gwen
was.
Stacy too. Wow.
Yeah,
That is true.
yeah.
Gwen to me in this story is like a red herring. Like I don't I don't really like I know Gwen, right, from the main universe, but I don't know if this Gwen is that Gwen. Meaning like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like
I don't
she
know this
might be
one.
a yeah, she might be a stone cold villain in this. I
Yeah,
literally have no
I
clue.
agree.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
with
like
you,
Gwen.
bro.
I don't
Mhm.
like Gwen. Like, and I think X said it before. Like, like, oh, that's supposed to be. That's like his girl, not Mary Jane. But like, I don't buy that. I don't like it. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I understand it. But Mary Jane is the one. Even in this book, like how supportive. There's something that now there is something about her. You can twist it the other way
I
and
don't
say
know. He
she's
might
kind of
bag
like.
Felicia, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wait, you a Gwen hater, bro? What's going on?
yeah, kind of low key. Over Mary Jane, I'm a Gwen hater, bro. I
I
really
don't
am.
know, but yo,
Oh,
but he
okay,
might
okay.
bag
All right,
Felicia though.
that makes sense.
Felicia's in the picture too.
I
Black
don't
Cat.
know. I don't know with this
Felicia a
issue.
homewrecker, bro. Felicia need to chill.
with
Yo,
this
she
issue,
is.
with this issue, it reminded me. It reminded me that Mary Jane is the best. Is the best.
This is
Yo, you
ride or
about to
die.
say
Yo, this is ride or
Comic
die
book.
Mary Jane,
Ride or
bro.
die,
Ride or
Mary Jane.
This
die,
Gotta
is
bring
Mary
it
ride
back.
or
Jane.
die Mary Jane, and we're gonna get
100%,
to that. We're
bro.
gonna get to that at the end. But yo, like every
That's a great
time,
part.
yeah, yeah. All right, all right. Are you guys ready to move on, or anyone wants to still touch on this fight?
Wait, Casey was throwing thumbs down. Like, is she not? Is she? She must be a
Casey's a
Gwen type of girl.
Gwen stan. Casey
Is
loves
she?
Gwen.
Oh yes, she
Yeah,
is.
Casey's a
Yes,
Gwen stan.
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, yeah, it does make sense. It
I
makes
didn't put
sense.
two and two together. My bad, Casey. Like,
You Gwen hater, bro.
Don't hate. Don't hate. You can't hate on this Gwen. I'll tell you that. You can't hate on this Gwen.
no,
Period.
I like this Gwen. I low key
This
like
Gwen
this
is
Yeah,
Gwen. I'm just
Me
very
too.
interesting. Very
this
interesting.
Gwen's sneaky, bro.
But I do agree with that. I think there's more to her. I don't know. I don't know if she's a villain or not yet. I don't know. She's a red herring. I don't. But I do like her. I like her.
That would be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Yo, she might be, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know. But all right. Is everyone good with this scene? We can move on, or does anyone else want to weigh in on
we're
this?
good. We're good.
We're good. All
Yeah,
right.
we're good.
All right. So they escape from here on the glider, and that is pretty much the answer as far as why Peter looks like that. So back to present day, him telling the story of what happened. And first, like if he told, and I assume he told them everything that we read, right? Um their reaction is very calm, I would say. Like the son was worried. The son was worried, right? But like I don't know, like if your parent, oh, someone's requesting to come up. If your parent came in beat up like that, right? And you knew them your whole life, and then they tell you this story that they're a superhero and all of this. It's like I don't know how I don't know how calm I will be, but regardless, and maybe they're processing it too, because that's a lot to take in. But anyway, like the son gives, kind of like just be careful, and they Peter's pretty much like, all right, I need to talk with your mom alone, right? So the kids go away, they talk, and this kind of like this this brings back to the whole like ride or die Mary Jane, right? Because remember, they had the conversation about Peter not feeling fulfilled in life, right? And that he's meant to do something. Now he didn't tell her what it was that he was going back and forth, but now obviously she knows, and she's like, well, things are making sense now. I understand what's going on now. and she says like I'm 30% scared, but like 40% impressed. And you could throw in some numbers with other different feelings in there too, which I thought was a cool line. But anyway, like her, I guess you could say her awareness of Peter and how he was feeling leading up to this point, right? And maybe the change that he's gone through since he got this power and responsibility. And there's still the larger part of her still was kind of like, in awe and supportive of him because she knew that this was something that was filling a, I guess, a hole or a need. And I thought that was a beautiful interaction. Um, Now, do I think it was believable? I don't know. I don't. I don't know. Everyone seemed too calm. Everyone, but regardless, I guess that also shows like as far as like how in tune she is to Peter and Pete and what and I guess what may. I don't know. I don't. You guys weigh in. You guys weigh in.
So I feel like the calmness comes from more
Mhm.
of just maybe the daughter already knowing like in advance, and
Mm.
then the son and the wife finding out
Mhm.
like that because the little girl is the one who blew his spot up
True.
in
True.
that part, right? Because he
Mhm.
came in beat up and he's just talking like, oh, I got in a little fight at the office and da 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 da. And I forget what she said specifically to slip up. Let me see if I can find it.
I think she just said everything. I think like her words just ran into each other and she just spilled everything. It was like one big
Um,
run on like there was hyphens between the words where she
Yeah, she was like, "Dad's a
yeah,
super."
she was just
Oh
selling
God.
she was just saying everything.
yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, you're right. In the very beginning, that's right. So I feel like that kind of led into him obviously having to be honest with the rest of them, and then having that pact like, hey, we have to keep this a family secret, and no, we can never, ever, ever tell anybody about this. And then I feel like at that moment is when like they already accepted it, like, and then the son being worried about it. I feel like still like your dad's a superhero, you know what I mean? Like that's still regardless. Be safe, pops, but like holy crap, my dad's a superhero. Like that's
Mhm.
cool.
Mm.
And then the whole interaction, with hey, I'm gonna need some time with mom. You're expecting Mary Jane to be like, yo, what the F is wrong with you? You could have got killed, blah, blah, blah. Like, go, like, come at him hard.
Mhm.
And we get the exact opposite. We get, so you're stronger, huh? So you're faster, huh?
Mhm.
And not next, they're they're playing they're playing cosplay. My boy.
yo, you knew what was on Mary Jane's mind.
Hey,
She was
hey,
like,
Said,
"Hey."
you
let me see, let
know,
me see the
bro.
suit.
My boy.
He
Two
said, Rolly,
seconds
let me
later,
see the suit.
bam. Yup, the suit comes on. He's like, "What do you think?" And she's like, "Ooh, I like it." And then next thing you know, they're flying. She's like, they start talking about
No, no, no,
what's the
Rolly, they not
name?
flying. Rolly, they not flying. They're swinging.
Now they're
Swinging. Yeah,
flying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Swinging, swinging. They're
Yo,
swinging and flying.
He's
Rolly,
flying, dude.
Rolly, let me ask you a question. Let me
Yeah,
ask you a
that's
question,
funny.
and I actually think this ties in too because you had went when we first started the show and everything. You went in as far as with family and how family, and the importance of, yo, bro. If you were in this situation, let's say you came home one day all beat up, and your wife saw you, and then you told her, what would her reaction be? Just out of curiosity.
She would probably. Well, it depends. If I have known about this for a very long time and didn't
Mm-hmm.
tell her, I would probably get punched in the face. if it was a similar
Again?
situation where
Oh, man.
if yeah, just like a few days has gone by and I've saved a
Uh
couple lives and I'm just finding out I'm a superhero, I
He
think
said if
she
I
would
saved a
be
couple
very
huh.
support.
he said if I saved a couple lives.
I think she'd understand. I think she'd be more supportive. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But hey, I don't think she would let me. I mean, the whole listen, the flying thing probably, but the swinging ain't happening, man. But it ain't just happen. It just we don't zip line. She just ain't about that life, so I couldn't do that. But in
But
this
Rolly,
book,
you're stronger. You're faster.
hey, I am stronger and faster. I am stronger and I am faster. But wifey's afraid of heights, so there's that. But this Mary Jane, the whole him trying to figure out his identity.
Mhm.
This is where it all came together, like towards that final scene where they're talking and he's telling her about everything and she's just really cool, calm, collective about it and supportive. And she's like, so what do you think my name should be? And she's like, well, I'm not cheap, I charge a hefty fee. And that's kind of where the flirting starts. And then she gives him the little tap on the chest and says, I think you already know. And then it says Spider-Man, right? And then they go out the window and he takes her on a nice little swinging adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's
Mhm.
dope. That was a dope. That was a dope. See, like it didn't
So
have to
dope.
do a lot. It didn't have to do a lot. Like the playfulness, the like that's like okay, that's the reaction that anybody would want from their wife, right? And, like as guys, we're out here doing shit, right? We're just out here like even with Rolly and I, we at work all the time, right? That's the same thing, same story I live by, right? So at work, working all the time, and it's just like you really like those moments right there are dope as hell because it's like I'm out here doing what the hell I do, right? You're at home with the kids. I come and beat the hell up, and you still are like, you still got that flirtiness going on. You're still like accepting. It's a like as soon as that happened, I'm like, damn. In that last panel of him taking her on a swing, I'm like, damn, that shit is dope. Like, homie
Mhm.
never got. There was never a moment where she was showed any moment of being upset. She was just like, oh, so you stronger? Like
Yeah.
my boy was like, yeah, look at the triceps, like I've been. I mean, like he just got the flex. Like it was a feel good moment, even though he just got his
Yo, it
ass whipped.
low key made me think like, yo, is Mary Jane a real person? I'm like, is
Yeah, the
yo, she might be a
reaction might
bot,
not be
bro.
real.
She might be a
It may
bot.
Yo,
not be
No,
real.
facts.
She
but
might be
but
a
if you think
bot.
about it, if you have a wife that is supportive of the things that you do, like your
Mhm.
craft, whether it's business, whether it's being a superhero, whatever it may be, you're a lucky man. Like I have that
Mhm.
a lot. I think a lot of us have that, and so I can relate to that moment where it was a tough day, it was a rough day. I had a lot going on. It may have not worked my way. It may have not gone my way, but wifey's gonna be there to support me regardless of how it ended. She's gonna be there to support me. She's gonna be my ride or die. So like to me, that's just really good to see. In the end, it was just for me, kind of. I put it into my own reality. So yeah,
I
I
feel
loved
Hundred
it.
you.
percent,
I feel you.
100%.
And that's why we keep saying ride or die, Mary Jane.
She does it. She does it better than any other character. Sorry, Casey, but she does. You know what I mean? She's
I
really
don't
on
think Gwen Stacy would have did. I think when wait, hold on. How do you think Gwen acted when Harry came home beat up? Because he got beat up too.
point. Yeah, I never thought about that. Never thought
What
about
was
that.
her reaction?
Gwen seems to be the type to be like, "How did you get your ass whipped?" Like we
Yo,
were hurt. We rehearsed this on our end. Like you said, you was ready. Like yeah,
yo,
that's
she
how
might
that
have said
went.
you can't come back home until you go fight him again.
Oh no, that's crazy. He almost died. He can't. He's in no fighting shape.
Nah, Gwen's going out there and being. She's gonna tell him, let me show you how it's done.
She
Yo,
gonna
she
suit
might do
up.
that too. She might get a suit.
Yeah,
She might get a
she
suit.
might get a
She
suit.
might
She might have some kind of powers or something.
I wouldn't put it past in this universe. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know. There's a big question mark on her. There's a big question mark right on her.
Yeah, I think that that's one of the only things that makes sense is like her kind of attitude kind of feels like she's about to be with it on a whole nother level. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, her vibe is like she knows much more than we know right now.
Well, also too. Oh dang, this isn't really a spoiler, but like there's a certain point
Don't
where
do it.
no, it's not a spoiler, but I'm saying there's a certain point, and I'm not gonna say you who, but there's a certain point where someone discovers where who that Harry is the Green Goblin, but in when they're saying that they were kind of like thinking about who the Green Goblin could be, it was between Harry and Gwen. Like that those were the two options, which goes to show like how I guess the type of mentality Gwen has because she was suspected of being the Green Goblin. Um, that's all I'll say for that. But
Yeah, but Green Goblin's
mhm.
also a hero, right? Like he's a hero.
Yeah, that's
Mm,
right. That's right. Green Goblin's a hero. That's right.
He's a hero. He's fighting crime.
That's
Like he's
right.
out there for the greater
right
good.
now he
So
is.
That's
Right now
right.
he is. Right now he is.
Exactly. That's what
yeah,
we're
right
saying.
now, but
He's
we don't
right.
know. We don't know if
Mm-hmm.
it changes or not. I mean, right now he is a hero.
He is a
He's a hero.
hero.
True. True.
A
Reading
hundred
in
percent.
True.
between the lines, emoji read ahead, and Green Goblin is definitely a villain. Because
No.
people
No.
Wait,
say
No.
huh,
No.
Harry,
bro,
No.
wait, whoa, whoa.
right
No,
now
Green
he
Goblin's
is.
a
No. No.
hero.
No. 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 No.
Doing it, so
Where I'm at right now, there's been no change. There's been no change. Green Goblin is still Green Goblin.
Yeah, which
So
Okay.
basically, Green Goblin is like this universe's Steve Rogers,
yeah,
basically.
we gotta keep going on because I feel like y'all are jumping the gun right now. Let's keep going. I
All
gotta
right.
chill.
Yeah,
Well, we are.
yeah, for
Hmm?
sure, for sure.
So we are. I mean, that does wrap up the book, right? So they go swinging along, and that pretty much wraps it up. So now all of Peter's family knows that he's Spider Man, and they're probably like, yeah, and he's telling them like, don't tell anyone because already, in my opinion, too many people know, right? In comparison to the other Spider Man, right? Like all of these people didn't know that Peter Parker was Spider Man. So this is crazy that so many people already know, like his whole family. But yeah, so that pretty much sums it up. So I guess we can get into the review time. Once again, we are doing a giveaway. In order to enter the giveaway, you have to, in the comments section, tag 3 friends and like and repost both the space and the live stream. We're gonna pull the winner at a random time during the show that I'm not gonna disclose, but we're gonna call the winner at the end of the show. When I call the winner, your PFP does have to be
We're gonna
here,
need your
otherwise.
social security
we,
number. We're gonna need your firstborn. We're gonna need the first
Yo,
arm.
Rolly, I'm trying to make sure people are paying attention. I want them to be locked in. This is it's important. It's
Not bad,
important.
not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad.
But yes, your PFP has to be here, or we will re-roll. So once again, tag 3 people and the friends,
Yo,
like and
quick question,
repost.
quick question,
Hmm.
quick question.
Yes.
All
What's
right,
up?
what if mid mid the comic shop they switch PFPs?
I mean, it's as long as it's the same user.
It's a
Can
good
they
Like
look
the
at the
question.
the
same
username is
PFP
going to
though?
be the same. The username is still going to be the
Okay, but
same.
well, what if they change the user? You can change the username in the PFP.
Yeah, they changed it. What did they change it?
I would advise everyone to keep your same username at the beginning of the show that you did at the end of the show because I need to verify that it's still you.
That's controlling.
Um,
That's controlling.
I need to I need verification. All right. But good question. Good question, Rolling. All right. So reviews. So now we're gonna get into the reviews of the book. So just to let everyone know how we score the books, we do kind of start in the middle to give us a wider range of where of what we can grade it, and we grade it from 1 to 10. So starting at 5, 5 means that the book is mid. We don't hate it. We don't love it. It is what it is. Going up from there, 6 means that um yeah, I'm like 6 means that it is above average. 7 means I'm looking at a comment from Casey about Green Goblin. 7 means that it is. Oh, I'm sorry. 7 means that we rock with it. 7 means we rock with it. I'm getting distracted. 8 means that we rock with it heavy. 9 means it's lit, and 10 means it is perfect, pure perfection, a gift from the heavens, chef's kiss, nothing better. Going down from 5. 4 means that the book is not really feeling it. 3 means that it's kind of ass. 2 means that it's basura, straight trash. And 1 is we are actually actively warning you to not read this book. Don't read it. Read at your own risk. This may cause post traumatic stress. All right. So that is our scale. We're gonna go around the room. Anyone that has read the book can weigh in. Anyone that in the audience that has read the book, feel free to come up. You can weigh in. The only qualification is you had to have read the book, and your score will go towards the overall community score for this book for the evening. So who wants to go first? First, you're gonna do a breakdown on your review and then give it a numerical score. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
You got it. Okay.
Okay.
Majin, the floor is yours.
Uh, I came into it really hype about reading this because like I said before, I got to read Ultimate Invasion,
Mm-hmm.
and just seeing how the maker created the universe is this new universe was just so dope. So I was really hyped into getting into all of it and seeing the new character development for Harry and for Uncle Ben. I mean, Uncle Ben's fucking alive. What the like? That was crazy for me. So
Mm.
this was really giving me neighborhood Spider-Man vibes because it was like a brand new universe, but it was the same universe. So I was really getting into it. So this book, I'd probably say I have to give this book a 9. I feel like every single issue in this book right now is a 9, and the only
Mm-hmm.
reason none of them are a 10 is because I feel like a 10 is on its way. Because I'm really digging this whole storyline.
Okay. You didn't think the first one was a 10?
Mm, the
Nah,
only, like I said, the only reason I can't give it a 10 is because I feel like there's going to be an issue eventually in this series, and that's going to shit on number one. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
no disrespect to number one, but I feel like there's going to be issue in this series that I'm going to think number one was a 10, and then this issue is going to show me what a 10 is really like.
Got it.
I
Got it.
I
Okay.
agree.
So we got a
I agree
nine,
with that too.
which means that it's lit. We got a 9 from Majin. Who wants to go next?
I got it. I got it. Yeah, Majin actually said like every fucking thing I almost like believe with this book. Great book. Like I said, I gave the first one a 9 out of 10. I do for me, like I said, the family aspect is always gonna win the day. I'm not gonna grade it solely on that, but ju- I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it good reviews for leaning into it. I would say that, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not basing it fully on that, but I like the way they lean into it and they don't go away from it. Like they base it around his family, him being an older guy, him being new to the job, you know. And I always am a hard critic up here on the fact that they don't change Spider-Man books much. Well, Spider-Man, I guess material enough. Like they just do these little nice tweaks, and we always accept it, and it's always good because it's the name Spider-Man, right? Which is cool. I get it. They got to push the IP. They got to keep Spider-Man alive. They can keep Spider-Man alive for another 100, 200 years, right? I don't see that changing, right? He's like hands down one of the best characters ever to exist, if not the best, right? The most recognizable character, I believe. So I get it, right? But I do say like it's not that I want him to go, but I understand like they're pushing people like Miles and everything like that. So it does hurt to see Pete go, but for us to get this version where as a grown man like me growing up watching the animated series, I can see him evolve with me and have the children and go through the family thing and him still wanting to and it's even it's a deeper thing with it how the maker changed his whole like dynamic and he feels like he has a greater purpose, right? So there's even like real life lessons in that where you like Rolly alluded to, you're out here doing your thing, like having support from your wife, which allows you to still go out here and do your thing, which is major, right? So to see those components be put into a comic book, and they don't have to spell it out for you, but literally just the nuances of how Mary Jane is accepting the family is in is in support. all of those things go a long way to show like it's adult content. It feels good to a guy that is past those younger years. So I guess I took the longer route to what Majan was saying to say that this book is it's a nine, man. It's nothing crazy, nothing new. It just feels good, and
Another
that's what I'm with.
nine. Okay.
Touche,
All
man.
right.
Touche.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Who
I
wants
like
to
that.
go next? Rolly, we're gonna save you for last, so that way you can have the ability to sway the vote if need or yeah, if need be. Um, so out of
Yeah. You know I got it from here.
prop, you got it. Okay.
You know I got it from here.
All right.
Um, yeah.
Yo, bro, you gonna
Uh,
start doing your reviews after me or before me, yo? I'm gonna need some space, man. I'm gonna need some space, bro.
I'm gonna take it from here. I'm gonna take it from here.
Uh-oh.
Um, it's interesting. It's interesting. And this is not directed at anybody in particular at all. But it's just interesting when you say, uh, the book don't really do something like that. It just feels good. Uh, like if a book could be a nine just because it feels good, it's an interesting phenomenon. I just think it's an interesting phenomenon. Um, Other than that, uh, you know, same arguments can be made. Same arguments have been made about different books and have yielded a lower score. Now, you might have had not felt good about that book, but it might have been a different. Might have been, oh, I don't really feel good about the book. It gets a lower score. But I feel like there's high scores because Spider-Man is a little bit different. Okay, cool. But just overall, all right. Let me just get into the review. I apologize. Oh wait, can I hear me? Can you hear me?
Barely,
Yeah, you're good.
barely,
You're good.
barely,
Yeah,
barely.
yeah.
Drop down
We
and
can
come
hear you.
back. Drop down and
Okay.
come back.
You can't hear him? I
What,
can hear him fine.
what about
No,
now? What
I'm
about
just
now?
fucking. I'm just fucking with him. I'm just fucking with his
What
Yo,
about now? You good? You
yeah,
good?
now you good.
I'm
Yo, you good, prop.
No,
You
I ain't
good. You
going. I ain't
good.
going nowhere. I know what it was. So yeah, kind of one of the reasons why I like the previous books because the artwork, it it keeps my attention. It's a big part of it. The pacing is really good. I could tell they put a lot of production into this book. Doesn't really drop off. The storytelling through imagery is really good. Um, you can kind of just read through the book, not really paying too much attention, and you'll just get everything. Like that's it's rare that you can read a comic book like that where you don't gotta like try to work hard to figure out what's going on. I think that's something I give these books, a couple of points on. Um, and right to the part where we get into the action with Goblin and like I remember where I left off from the book the last time. Harry, that conversation with Harry and Pete. That was an amazing conversation. Like that was just a really good piece of writing in the book. I remember I gave the book probably a higher score because of some of that interaction. Um, After he got like knocked off the building, if I can remember, I think that's what happened. But I guess I was wondering what they were going to be up to, and we kind of were able to predict. He was going to put him up to things. Um, so overall, I just thought it was a cool battle. I like the Kingpin a lot as a character, um, and what they did with him, making him, like I mean, the Kingpin is always a formidable person. I just like that they exaggerate this character so much, kind of like the Juggernaut.
Hmm.
I felt like the Juggernaut a lot. It was just super exaggerated, strong. It's not like, oh, you're like a regular human size and we're gonna put mad muscles on you and then you're big and strong. Like, no, we're actually gonna make you like a ridiculous size of a human being, you know.
Mm.
And just what they did with the character in this book, like turning him into like, he's obviously using this tech and all this stuff like that. he he definitely turned Samoan on a mother. he definitely he definitely turned
I
Samoan.
like Simone Fisk. I like
Uh,
Simone Fisk.
He's in the
he
bloodline.
he looks like the Rock. He looks like the Rock's cousin, little cousin. But yeah, that was a cool part. I guess that's supposed to be, that was like the action of the book right there. I guess that was supposed to be the most interesting part. Um, in a way, I don't know. Like it's just, I'm trying to like really figure out for me what the most interesting part was. I do like the ending of the book. The ending is good. Doesn't really change a lot. It's not really dynamic. I mean, it just doesn't really didn't really start anything for me. Uh, Overall, the dialogue is good, but it wasn't poetry. I want to see the poetry in some of these books. Doesn't have that. Um, so uh, the ending was good. Let me just breeze back on this ending again. They really drew everyone really well. Um, just nothing nothing too crazy, bro. I can't do it. It's a good book, like, and I think it deserves a good score, but I can't go higher than 8 on this one. I gotta go with a 7 on this. I gotta go with a 7.
7,
Um,
meaning you rock with it.
I think I definitely rock with it. I don't rock with it heavy
Hmm.
because uh, there just wasn't anything super interesting and thought provoking with the the Kingpin. I know that he was kind of pretending to be omnipotent for like a little hot minute. Then he broke out the technology. It's like, yo, I got mad tattoos now. It's cool scenes, but cool scenes are not gonna put you over the top, bro. It's just and and the book looks good, it does, but you can't get into that. Like eight to me, eights are like borderline legendary type of stuff, things you want to reread.
Hmm.
Perhaps this is not a reread. This is not a rereadable book to me. It just isn't.
Hmm.
So I gotta. I'll
Hmm.
give you. I'll go with a 7. With a 7.
All right, there we go. We got a 7 from Prop. All right, so that leaves either me or X, and then Rolly's gonna go last. Unless there's no one else on stage, right? It's
Nah,
just us
Mahalo
three.
came up
Now
too.
Oh,
Mahalo came up.
Mahalo
Mahalo's
came
on
up.
stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Mahalo too can weigh in. Who wants to go next?
I will go.
You got it, Mahalo.
Um,
All right.
what's up, fellas? So,
What's good?
okay. How do you not see um, Harry and Peter, knowing like from previous worlds that they're almost like mortal enemies, but are have been BFS before they become mortal enemies? How do you not think that it's really like awesome to see them not being mortal enemies but BFFs? Um, I think that's really cool. I thought that was something that would have
I think it is
liked to
cool.
see,
I think it is cool. I
and
mean,
it
we
played
saw it in
out great.
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, but it gets old though. It gets old after a while. Like we kind of get it.
It gets old.
No,
How?
it does not get old. Green Goblin's the hero, bro. He's the hero.
But Mahalo, what's up? What's up?
Yeah. Then from there we get to see Samoa Will wreak havoc. Yo, Kingpin is the Kingpin for a damn reason.
Mm.
I've been watching Daredevil season 3. How he's playing these guys, already
Mm.
like 10 steps ahead,
Mm-hmm.
and then seeing Kingpin here be 10 steps ahead. Yo, like this guy is formidable as fudge. So
Mm-hmm.
I think this is kind of like round one. Let's begin. Let's start the fight, and they got their asses beat.
Mm.
So I do like this as a setup towards like what could be going on later on, and also some action between some great dialogue. Moving on with after that whole fiasco of a destroyed uh, bodies to each other. I like how you guys brought up the whole like, yo, what happened to Harry? I want to see what happened with him and Gwen. Yo, also shout outs to Gwen and Harry being together. That's dope. I'd never thought that. And then her being girl boss towards ArthCorp. That's even more badass. And Yeah, like they both support their significant others, and comic books do inspire people to be, you know, great people and all that stuff. So I like how this also thinks makes you think like, yo, what should I look for in a relationship? And you guys said it perfectly. Like MJ being like very supportive of Peter, even though he's doing reckless ass shit, still supporting him. He's happy, she's happy, they're all happy. We could assume that that's going on with Gwen and Harry as well. So I like that. That's all like,
I don't think so, bro. I think Gwen
sir, you're
chewed
foreshadowing.
him
That's not
out.
cool. What issue are you on?
I'm on. I'm up to Ultimate Spider-Man 14. That's I have to read that
Oh,
next.
okay,
Oh no,
yeah,
yeah, you can't say
yeah,
no, bro.
yeah.
Oh,
You can't say no.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't ruin it. Don't do
all right, all right,
that.
all right, all
Yeah, Green Goblin's a hero, bro. Come on.
And so, because we read these books as each one individually as to like um, their grading structure goes, I was just enjoyed reading this one as I was issue one, and each issue seems to up the stakes every time. These stakes have gotten way up high. Like, who's to know that when Peter and Harry are talking to each other, and that one time Harry called him by his name, Fisk had a bug out there to trace who he was. Like that shit, you guys, you know, Peter's naive, so that naivety could bite him in the ass. And that's all I have to say about that too. But with that, I'm gonna give it a 10.
You're giving it a 10.
Oh wow.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
even have to counteract prop. Let's go.
All right. So we got X and myself.
King Kong.
Is there?
Eh, do you want to go for, or do you want me to go?
I can go real quick. I'm gonna keep it quick here.
Okay.
So I think this book is great in the sense where if somebody picked it up and hadn't read anything prior, this book on its own is a 7-8, right? I know we judge everything by its um, you know standalone, but I really got to say that the story is aging really well, and I got to give credit to the writers for this one because I feel like it's hard. Like we've all read things where it's like cheesy, right? Like the interaction between Peter and Mary Jane, like it felt very like well put together. Like I feel like that scene could have been boring, but it wasn't. I feel like it could have been a lot of things, but it was interesting. If it matched everything. It got
You
its
can
point
say it felt
across.
sexy.
Yeah,
You can
it did feel sexy. It felt like we were after their relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like a lot of the time, if you over dramatize things, it kind of like becomes a wash. And I feel like they're not doing that with Peter and his family, and that's why we get these scenes of him like, it kind of reminds you of like this is not the guy that you know. So it's like when he's going in hesitating a little bit saying, yo, I've never broken into anything before. It's like, there's context for it. You know what I'm saying? There's even with his family, he tiptoed. Like you could tell he even like Mary Jane got him. You know what I'm saying? She has a hold on him because he definitely didn't wasn't. I don't think he was afraid to tell her, but it was like he didn't know how to approach it because they obviously like this relationship that they're portraying for us is like he don't want to lose her. Like he
more like
really
the
appreciates.
disappointment, right?
Yeah, like it's just he really cares, and I think it's like showing representing an aged Spider-Man in a older version of him. It just they're doing a really good job of it, and I really want to preface my score with the book that came before this and the book that comes after this make this even better. So this show is to put people on. Like if you haven't gotten to this point, like I'll be honest, I hadn't gotten to this point. Like we covered a couple books and then I kind of fell off. So for Rody to pick this one back up for us and get us to like get back into it, it just felt really good because I caught myself still reading on, and that when I was like I had to stop for a second because when you guys started saying stuff, I'm like, wait a minute, I had already knew some information because I read ahead a little bit, and I was like, oh, I had to correct myself. because the aside from just the family dynamic stuff, the Harry and Spider-Man stuff is gonna get crazy, and it's like I think they're just doing a really dope job. Like even outside of just the whole Ultimates universe thing, it's not overcomplicated. We're still down to earth with it. I'm sure they'll tie everything in, but I just feel like for if you casually getting into this book, like I said, if you just so happen to pick up number 6 and you only had to read this one, it would be a good point to convince you to go back, read one, and then go on. So for that, I was sitting at like an 8, but I do want to give this a 9. I do think this book is a 9, so I'm gonna reside there
Oh
and I'm gonna hit it with a
snap!
9.
We got a 9 from X. Okay. All right. So I guess it's my turn, and then we're gonna go to Roly to bring it home. Okay. Um, this book was kind of like, I guess you could say, the grand finale of this arc, right? Like a lot of these books were built into like kind of like these 6 issue arcs to kind of like set up something and resolve it. And this was their first, interaction with the Kingpin. The Kingpin being the main villain of this kind of like arc, and they confront and a couple revelations happen. One, that he's got a power up. We don't know what it's from or what the source is, but he's definitely got a power up, and he demolishes them. Right? Things have changed. Now, when it comes to Peter's family dynamic situation, this is going to be something that I'm going to be looking intently at as far as how they deal with this, because a lot of the things that make Peter who he is because of the fact that he gets his powers at such an early age, right? That theme of with great power comes great responsibility is a lesson for a young person to learn, right? Coming into age, coming into understanding that your actions have consequences. Those are a young man's lessons. And granted, it's a lesson that anyone can learn, right? It's not confined to a young person's lessons, but nonetheless, the way that the story is depicted of traditional Spider-Man, it's growing through boyhood and becoming a man, right? Well, what happens when you give someone this power that has already understood what responsibility means, that has already started a family, that already has kids, right? And we weighed in the question in the first one as far as is he responsible for even taking the powers in the first place, right? Knowing that this could put his family at jeopardy. He has things that he's not a kid where it's just him. There's other things that factor into this decision, right? There's other people that factor into this decision. And the only reason I'm going so deep is because this is where the story takes it. This was a huge part as far as the realization that Peter went through as far as whether he should choose this suit or not. This is a tone that's constantly set in the story. Um Now you have the situation where, all right, Peter has already accepted this is what he wants. This, helps him be fulfilled. Well, how are the people around him going to accept that? How are the people around him going to react to that? And the only people I feel have the believable outcome is the daughter, because she's young and her dad is her hero. So this is a young girl's fantasy. Her reaction makes perfect sense. The son, he was probably the most level-headed one, because while granted he can't really do much because he's not an adult, you saw his worry. You saw how concerned he was. It felt like he was more concerned than Mary Jane. Um, and then you have MJ, and going back to it, like I think MJ is painted as a wonderful, supportive wife, but I also think that there's a level of kind of like, where's the friction? Like this story is heavily grounded in reality to an extent when it comes to um dealing with things on a more adult level, right? I think it painted that picture very good at the outset, right? And I was looking for, well, where's the friction, and there really wasn't any. Yes, she had her reticence. Yeah, but there was like the next panel, she's swinging in the build, swinging on the buildings with him, right? And I felt that this book kind of lacked some of that grittiness or those adult type of how to deal with adult issues um, that maybe the first one had. That balancing, right? Because I didn't really feel any type of balance from the realization with Mary Jane. Like she was just like, "Oh, I'm worried, but okay, let's go swing." Like I didn't feel that same level of kind of like taking in what this actually means. Your family could be put at risk. Your husband could die. I mean, literally, you found out with him beat. You found him. You found out he was a hero by seeing him beaten to a pulp, right? And I think that this
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She
what
did ask. She did ask. You
she
know,
did, but I
our
feel like
family,
it
but
wasn't. I didn't believe it. That's the issue. I didn't believe it. I felt like there was layers to this that just it didn't hit as believable to me, right? Um, but once again, I mean, Mary Jane accepting Peter as Spider Man is different when you're young, you don't have kids, and you don't have responsibilities. It's a different level of acceptance, right? And one thing that, like I said, one of the strengths that I think about this Ultimate series is because it weighs in that factor. Because I think that that's the biggest factor that makes this Spider-Man story different from any other Spider-Man story that we've read so far, is because of the timeline of when he's getting these powers and what is going on in his life when he got those powers. So I feel that could have been delivered better. I feel that realization, that kind of interaction, that everything could have been fleshed out a whole lot better. I feel like there should have been more resistance. There should have been more. But I mean, we'll see. Maybe as time goes
Come on
on
now.
and things, huh?
Bring it
Maybe
home now.
as
Come on
maybe
now.
as
Bring it
time
home.
goes on and things happen, maybe that'll be fleshed out. But I felt like this was a little bit. I wasn't believing it. To be honest, I wasn't
Yo,
believing it.
emoji. But wouldn't you also? You mentioned all that realism, but I mean,
Hmm.
just as I said, Peter is naive. Wouldn't like that same kind of be for MJ because they're both married, so they both kind of have those naive tendencies.
That is true, but we got a whole issue of Peter doing that balancing act. Because remember that first issue, he didn't turn into Spider-Man until like the last panel, and the reason for that is because that entire issue he was going back and forth as far as whether this is the right decision or not. So we did get that from Peter. Even with him being as naive as he is, we still kind of saw that back and forth, that internal conflict, I should say, that he had with doing what he wants to do versus how it could affect
I think
the
Mahalo's right
responsibilities
though,
around him.
because it's on par for Mary Jane. She's always the go get him, Tiger. Not much said, just more supportive, right? She's not the dig dig into you and give you pause and give you problems type of girl. She's more so of the I got your back, and that's
the
I don't think.
younger the younger version of Mary Jane,
Oh, here you got.
yes.
Oh, so
The
you hate a
younger,
Peter
but
not
here's the thing: as they get
the
older,
one
Peter
who's not
Peter and Mary
okay.
Jane split. As they get older, Peter and Mary Jane split, right? Like in the main timeline. And I think a lot of that has to do with youth. But the thing is, we're once again approaching these characters from an older mindset. We're not approaching them from like, yeah, as a high school kid, sure, go get him, Tiger. Like you're a high schooler. You have no care. You have no worries in the world, right? But since we're
But
approaching
but
this
look, but
from a,
look, Spider Man is still naive. What changes about her?
he's
He
naive,
doesn't.
but he's not that naive. Like
Yes, he
he's
is.
still
He got caught in the same. The bad guy did the same exact thing to him twice,
he
and the
did
same thing
he
because he was
did he
naive to the
did he
fact that
did.
he's still a bad guy. So my thing is like, couldn't that run true, like Mahalo saying, for Mary Jane as well? And that's all.
Well,
And I think
I
that's a
don't I
that's a
don't think I
possibility.
don't think it's naivete. I think it's more so weighing in as far as responsibilities, and I don't think he doesn't weigh that in. And going back to that first issue, first issue was about him balancing that, about him
I
kind of
think
like,
also you're also using context further on to kind of justify what you're saying right now, though.
not really, not really, because the biggest thing is honestly, Ultimate number one, Ultimate Spider-Man number one is the biggest thing. I'm looking at as far as him, accepting it versus his family accepting it, and what the difference was. And I think that he kind of went through a lot more as far as internal conflict that they
You know what?
showed.
This
Hmm.
will be the last thing I say, and this is how like. You got to reference the other books. He told her. Then he alluded to her that he felt a little bit like not fully in his groove, right?
Hmm.
Like there's something missing, right? So, as a supportive wife, that's 100% for him. Why would she argue him down? She did ask him like, "What does this mean for our family? Are we what type of danger are we in?" So she showed a level of concern, but then she also has that what's brought to her attention again should
Hmm.
be the fact that this is the thing that my guy was missing, and obviously he's out here doing this because this is what's fulfilling him. So then
Hmm.
she goes into supportive mode. That's just that can be the whole digestion of this for her, where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna. Obviously, he's shown a track record of being careful, a great dad. I have to then rely on him, put that power back in his hands to um to do the right thing. So I don't know. I see it as she did her part. She did what she was here to do. But
I hear
my
you. I hear you on that, and I think that that's a beautiful quality about her, and I think that that's one thing that kind of like makes us kind of like attracted to Mary Jane, right? As far as that supportive role, but also too, she's a mother, right? And she has kids, so she also has to kind of like
You're
care
not
about
gonna.
their
We
their well
listen
being.
and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge.
But I'm saying that's a factor. That's a factor, right? So okay. So with that said, I thought what I'm saying is I just thought that revelation could have been handled better, right? On a narrative, on a storytelling. Like, yes, it felt good to like, oh, Mary Jane is supportive. Yeah, she's now. It feels good, but is it realistic? That's the thing. And even when I asked Rolly, as far as like in his situation, if his wife found this out, like she was like he wouldn't get the same response, right? Like she would support him, but like it would
Not
still be
initially.
different.
Not
It was
initially.
still
What
not
she did,
initially exactly, but
but no, no, no.
the initial reaction.
But once she
Mm-hmm.
sits down and she reviews who Rolly is and his track record, right? As a husband, as a father, she has to relinquish that power back to him to say, "I trust within you that you are going to do what's right, like you always have done
But you see what you
for
did right
us."
there. You see what you did right there. You
What?
you 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 painted a whole picture of how to get there. What I'm arguing is that this comic did not do that. It did not paint
It
a picture of
did.
how to got.
Look. And the
Mm-hmm.
other comic book is set up the fact that he
Oh, that's
said that
cool.
he was not comfortable. He was not comfortable. There was something missing. He already told that. So now, as the wife, she said, "Go out there and find what's making you what would do that for you." He obviously
Yeah,
came
but
back.
that could have been like, I don't know, collecting bottle caps. That could have been a
No,
hobby. Like
no,
that
no,
doesn't
no,
mean
no.
going
The
out
man took up as a
fighting
hobby, and he's
crime.
wearing. The man is took up a hobby, and he's wearing a onesie. A grown man. That had to be the
Hmm.
hobby, the thing he was missing, and that's what I think that she's seen. This is what he was missing.
It's an
This is what's bringing
unexpected
him joy.
hobby. It's an unexpected
You know what?
hobby.
You know what? I can't affect your score. Go ahead, brother. You got it.
All right. So that, well, like I said, I felt could have been fleshed out a lot more. Now the aspect of the fight with Kingpin, that was a surprise. I did not expect Samoan Fist to come out with superpowers. So I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool seeing them team up and then get washed, right? Because now there's a bigger threat. Because I always, you always kind of thought like, Kingpin. I mean, Kingpin is a formidable villain, but like, you got Spider-Man, Green Goblin teaming up. They'll make quick work of him. So and it leaves with questions, right? Where does this power come from? So I thought that was really cool. The fight I thought was great. So I mean, overall, I thought it was a solid book. I thought it was a solid book. I can't, I obviously can't give a negative score because I thought it was good. I just thought that there were certain things about the book that didn't feel real to me. And it was because I didn't feel it was fleshed out enough. Had they fleshed it out a little bit more and I would have gotten a little bit more realism, then, obviously that would up my score. But right now, what I would say is I would say I'd give it a solid. Um, I would solidly say that because of the fight, what here's the thing. I would say that I rock with it, but because of the fight, and because I really did like this power up that they gave Fisk, and I'm looking forward to where this goes, I would say that for me probably boosts it up to an 8. So I'll give it. I'll say that I rock with it heavy. I'll give it an 8. But I kind of really want to give it a 7 because that. But I'm gonna give it an 8
I
because
wanted
Do
to
the
give
right
it an
thing.
the
8, but I
fight
gave
was
it a
dope.
Do
9.
the right
Good
thing.
job.
Do the right
Good
thing. Do
job.
the right thing.
Good job.
The fight was dope. I like Samoa Fisk. I like Samoa Fisk, and that got me hyped.
It was a
That
little
Bro,
fight
it's
got
gimmicky.
me
o-
It was
hyped.
it's
it was a
okay
little
that you
gimmicky, but
it's
It was
okay that
Fist
you
still
gimmicky.
needed a little because Fist doesn't need that. Like he on his own doesn't really need that. So
no he
I
did
he
need that.
he
No, he did.
doesn't. But now him getting it is
No, in
kind of
that
like,
instance,
oh snap, oh
in that
snap.
instance, he did. He was not gonna fuck a Spider-Man up and a Green Goblin at the same time. In that instance, it made it believable. There's no way in hell he gets out of a Green Goblin and
Yeah,
Spider-Man combo
I
Hmm.
situation.
agree.
And
No way. Like,
I
the
agree.
story of how that what that means down the line is interesting to me. So I like what they're building, and that's what I'm saying. Like building
Hey,
for the future, what they're
what
building. Hmm.
since I mean we've read Ultimate Invasion and we kind of know the premise of like the bigger world at
Hmm.
large. So I mean, to me, like knowing that Fisk got these upgrades, like for me, knowing that because we've done our homework. I've done my homework a little bit.
Hmm.
Not that much because I still haven't read the Ultimates yet. But still, like from doing prior work, we know that this world is kind of in a dystopian type of setting where like the bad guys are almost the rulers of the world. So with that, you can kind of assume that for them to maintain power, everybody across the board in villains world is getting upgrades. So I kind of using that context, wasn't too surprised that Fisk had to do something to maintain his power.
Hmm. I feel you. I feel you. I still liked it though. I liked it. I thought it was cool. But all right, so that'll be my score. I'll give it an 8, and then we have our final score for the evening. We have Roly, who's gonna Roly go through your breakdown, and then you can give it a score 1 through 10. Roly, the floor is yours.
All right, all right, all right. I really don't know what else to say after all of that monologue and yeah. So all right, so I'm gonna break it back. I'm gonna get a quick rundown. So
Hmm.
first and foremost, I got to thank you all for giving me this space and the opportunity to be part of the comic shop for this episode. It's been absolutely just a great time, and it allowed me to make the time. It forces me to make the time to go and do something that I like to do, and it's read comics. And I haven't really done that in a very long time. So going back and getting caught up on the previous issues to get to this one was fun all in all. So I had a great time doing that. I thank you all for giving me that opportunity. Now into the comic, there's so many different aspects for me that I just absolutely love. I kind of can relate to this specific book personally because of the family aspect, and I grew up loving Spider-Man. I mean, I feel most people did, and I feel like this is like, and at my age, seeing the older version of the Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe is kind of like, okay, that could be me. You know what I mean? That could be me. And it's and going back on what you were saying, Emoji, with he make the right decision for his family, putting him at risk, and this, that, and the other. Like, it, I think that's one of the best parts of how all this came together, man. You got like Iron Man coming from the previous issue, coming to him saying, "Hey, listen, dude, it wasn't supposed to be like this. You were supposed to be a superhero." and I'm going to give you the opportunity to make that a reality again. And without hesitation, he takes that and he says, I'm going to be a superhero without hesitation. It's like the Matrix, you know, you take the red pill, or the green pill, or the blue pill, or whatever pill, you know, Neo took the pill that made him the you know, the guy. So I feel like that also, you know, plays into the issues is the fact that he just didn't even really think about it. He just was like, yes, I want this. And I think that goes back to, you know, fulfilling that, you know, that missing component that he couldn't figure out what it was. And I feel like we all know and knew what it was the whole time because in and the previous world he's Spider-Man, and in this world he's just a guy that works at the Daily Bugle with Uncle Ben, by the way, which is absolutely insane. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Uncle Ben's his boss, if my memory serves me
Yeah.
correctly. So he's got his Uncle Ben there. His Uncle Ben is his boss. You got Iron Man coming in from like the future or from another Earth or whatever it was, I forget, and saying, "Hey, man, here's the opportunity for you to actually live the life you are supposed to live." And he took advantage of it. And then you get the part where he runs into what we know his BFF and his arch enemy, but in this universe, it's his BFF, man. It's his homie. It's his boy. You know, they meet up in the alleys, you know, saving lives and fighting bad guys, and you know they reveal each other's identity, and boom, you know, at that moment you're like, holy crap, you got two guys that absolutely hate each other now coming together, wanting to help each other. And then you got Green Goblin kind of teaching Spider-Man like the way, like, hey man, no, you got to do it like this, and oh no, you got to do it like that, and follow me. And it's kind of like, wow, man, like holy crap! Not only are they getting along, they're working together. And the Green Goblin's actually giving Spider-Man tips on how to be a superhero. Like, that's absolutely insane. And then they go into the fight with Kingpin, and I'm expecting what most of us are expecting. You're expecting Kingpin to get his butt handed to him by Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. Like, that's what you would expect. No one's gonna take down Green Goblin and Spider-Man duo, and you literally watch them get their butts handed to them, and it was unexpected. And I feel like that even brings more to this specific issue. Is like the unexpected happened, right? Spider-Man and the Green Goblin got their asses handed to them and had to put their tail between their legs and walk away or fly away on their little hoverboard. And then we get into the family aspect. You know, now Spider-Man's going home and all beat up and busted and bruised up, and now he has to explain to his family what just happened. And he starts off with a little white lie, right? Starts off with a little white lie that turns into his little baby girl saying, "Nope, Daddy's a super hut," and then catches herself. But it was at that point, it was too late. He had to come tell him the truth. And yes, the son maybe was a little, I don't say disappointed. I feel like the son was excited. I feel like he was just worried, right? But what son would be worried for their pops, right? I think the whole family was worried. However, I feel like they were all supportive. I feel like they were all like, "We got you," and I feel like we're gonna find out, you know, soon, hopefully, in the issues to come. That, and I haven't read them yet, but you know, they're gonna be like, "Holy crap, our dad is Spider-Man! Like, that's pretty badass. Our dad is a superhero." And Mary Jane absolutely being supportive about it is the icing on the cake for me. You know, that's what you would expect from your wife, and you know, it's exactly what he was asking for. So I feel like it was the best of all worlds. And for me, my score was a 9. I'm tempted to give it a 10 because of props low as 7, but I'm gonna stick with my 9.
All right, there we go. So we got a 9. We got a 9 from Rolly. So all right, let
Well,
me add this up. We got one, two, three, four nines, 110, a 7, and an 8. Right? One, two, three, four, five, six,
And I made it a 10
seven.
Rolly. That way you offset emojis 8.
What's
And
wrong
it
with
would
an
have been
8? Hold on, let me add this
sorry.
up. Hold on. Let's see. What do
I
we
couldn't give
have
it a
as
10
our
because it
average?
wasn't a genuine 10.
See, they
9's the number for me.
and that's the thing.
Yo,
You
10
got to
is
be
like
genuine. You can't.
perfect. You trying to say this is a perfect book, bro? Like, I mean, y'all, you trying to say this is a perfect book?
Nah, that's why I didn't
Mahalo,
give it. I gave
Mahalo
it a
don't
nine
count.
out of ten.
Wait. See, you do
Mahalo don't
perfect.
count no more, bro.
You be trying to do perfect with like compared to other stuff for what the point the book was trying to get at.
9,
It did its job, bro. It really
Did the
added.
job.
It
Yeah,
did, it
it
did,
really
4.
did its
but just
job.
doing the job don't make you borderline legendary. Like
Uh,
Bro, it made me want to be Spider Man again. Prop. It made me
just
want to be
Yeah,
Spider Man
just
again,
just
bro.
because
that's why it's a
just
ten.
because you're good at your look, just because you're good at your 9 to 5 don't mean that you're employee of the month just because you clock in. You know
wait,
what I
wait,
Yo,
mean?
wait,
when
wait,
Like
wait,
I come back
wait,
to
you
wait.
my
gotta.
girl's
Could
apartment,
you
my girl
could you
wants
be
to
an
like
employee a
swing.
month?
For what?
I said, could you be employee a month coming in, going hard a little bit? You know what I mean? Showing up on time. You know what I mean? You could. And
Yo,
Next week.
and that,
Next week.
Rolly didn't
Watch
say he
next
was
week.
putting on a Spider-Man suit. He felt like he said
Yo,
he
I want that
could.
Dylan treatment every time I come home.
So, adding everything up, what we have is an 8.7, which we do round that up if it's above a 5 and higher, which brings us to a 9.
Let's
a
go.
Let's
nine.
go. That's the
That
right
is our
score. That's
review,
the right
I
our
should have
score.
went
overall
5,
review
bro.
for the
I
comics.
should have given 5.
That's the
That's the
that's a nice
correct.
one,
That's the
bro.
correct rating. A nine.
But
Oh
I gotta be
man.
real. I gotta keep it real. It's a 7.
Not
Well,
a
there we
seven. It's a
go.
nine.
There we go. So we have our review for the book today. And once again, big shout out to our guest for the evening, Rolly. Thank you for coming through. And I'm happy to hear that this experience, made you want to dive in and read books, that you haven't, read comics books in a while. So I'm glad that this kind of, got that bug to go in and do it, because that's been the purpose of this show, right? To get people, into the fandom, to get people reading the books and weighing in on it. So I'm glad that you not only read the book, but that you actually had a book that you enjoyed, right? So that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yo, Rolly.
Before.
Yo,
Mhm.
hold on. Yo, Rolly. How many editions of this book you hold, bro? Your score is a little high, bro. I ain't gonna lie. How many
What?
you holding, bro?
Yo, that's funny, bro. Yeah, you're clowning, dog. That's funny. I gotta check though. I do gotta check.
Comedy is back, baby.
Oh man.
Gotta check the
Oh,
blockchain, bro.
we got to do the giveaway. We got to run the giveaway too. You know what? Let me pull that up, and then we can go through closing thoughts. So once again, I did let everyone know, in order to win the giveaway, you had to tag 3 people in the comment section, like and repost both the space and the live stream, and your PFP has to be here when we call it, which is right now. We are about to call the giveaway. So if you are ready, on the live stream, check the live stream, check the live stream, check the live stream.
Yo, is this background sound working for y'all?
It's been like that. It's been like that. I gotta update my interface. But
Oh, did you try taking a
okay,
lap?
huh?
Oh, did you try taking a lap?
Taking a lap. What do you
And the
mean?
winner is
The winner is on the screen on the live stream. Is he in the space? Is he in the space? Is Dubes in the
we
Yeah,
gotta
he's in the
building?
check
I
space.
do
all
see Dubes.
40
Dudes,
items. Give us
I do
hey
see
yo,
Dubes
just
in the
help let
building.
us Mo,
dudes
just
is
give
in
us
the
all 40
building.
items so we can help you check
Hey,
go down the
dude.
All right,
checklist.
we are gonna check. We are gonna verify that all criteria has been met on the live stream. I am doing that now. I do see the
Dude,
repost
send me your
of
social now.
the live stream. I do see a repost
Birth
of
certificate, you can send
of
to Boogie.
of the space. And now let's see. Did he do the tags? Did he do the tags? Let's look and see.
Firstborn, you can mail to Prof so he can, be a family man and then rate the book in
Mail is
And
line.
crazy.
Yeah,
Mail is
Malik is
crazy.
crazy.
and
Yo,
I do see the tags. He tagged Cold Chill and Acrolite and Majin Jesus with the gif
Bro, you already
of
know Dubes followed instructions.
he
Give that
followed
man his
all of
award.
them.
Let's go,
He
baby.
followed all of
let's
them.
go,
Let's go.
dudes.
Let's go. Let's
Congrats,
go.
dudes.
Oh man, congrats, 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 Dubes. You are the winner for today's giveaway. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna post that. Be sure to reach out to MC. I'll post you as being the winner in a bit after this space. But thank you once again for joining. Closing thoughts. Did anyone want to weigh in on that before we close up?
Yeah, I guess I'll lead it. As always, thank everybody for coming out. Yeah, this is I was glad to get to as much as I complain about the Spider-Man shit, I was glad to get to this bringing it back to where we damn near almost started with this stuff. It's been shoot, it's been like a few months since we did the Ultimates, right? I feel like this is where we started damn near.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad to get back to that. Definitely shout out Rolly, fucking Rolly coming through, reading the books prior to this, right? Major work, like
Mm.
knew his shit. I wouldn't expect anything less. Telling us he wanted Diamond Fangs to bust down Rolly. I don't know why I expected anything different. I almost feel fucking stupid. So I'm gonna go smack myself for thinking that I don't know what I was thinking, but bro, I appreciate you for pulling up. As always, always great to fucking talk to you, see you in person, learn a little bit more about you, and keep that poker shit going, bro. I'm glad that you're doing something else besides busting your ass at the workplace, man. So yeah, I'll see you around as always, man. Appreciate all of y'all.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I want to also give a shout out. We got Chris Severs in the chat. Shout out chat. Um, Appreciate everyone that came through on that side of things. And who wants to go next for our closing thoughts?
I'll say
I'll
something
go.
real quick.
All
Oh,
right.
go ahead, Rolly.
You got it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The comic shop, thank you. Emoji, RX, Boogie, Mason, Mahalo, Prop, all my brothers. I appreciate y'all so much. You have no idea. So thank y'all for having me. I appreciate the time y'all took to read the book, to have this discussion. It was absolutely a great time. I had so much fun. A lot of laughter, which is always good for the soul. Laughing is fun. Um, all in all, man, I just appreciate you all. You guys are my fam, and I appreciate you guys having me on the show. And I look forward to many more. I will be reading more comics, and I'm going to continue with the Ultimate Collection. I'm going to start, try to catch up and see what happens with the relationship with Spider-Man, Green Goblin, Mary Jane, so on and so forth. And hopefully we see down the road another review.
Let's
Appreciate
go.
you all.
Yo, if you would you be interested in the read order for the whole like ultimate like the whole ultimate series? Because they're all interconnected, like Black Panther,
Oh
Ultimate
yeah.
X Men, and stuff like that. I'll
Oh,
send
for
you.
sure.
I'll send you the read order. I'll DM that to you after the show.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
send me that
amazing.
too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Send me
All right,
that
I'll
too.
send
Great.
it.
Thank you, Moji.
Or you know what? I'm just gonna post it and I'll tag y'all in it so that way everyone can anyone that's interested can check that out. So I'll tag y'all and I'll post it. All right. Who else would like to weigh in before we close up?
Yeah, just want to say, another great one for the books. I'm definitely campaigning for this book. Like, as soon as I was done reading this one, I read the next one, and it was like really fire. Because I feel like they are kind of sprinkling some, planting some seeds here and there in certain books. So every now and then, you know, you'll pick up on something. You may see some characters like the one thing that about this book that I wish it did was show a character that they show in a previous book. So yeah, if you're interested in that, definitely check it out, pick it up, and appreciate Rolly. This was definitely an anticipated one to have you up here. So glad we got a good book, to review with you with. And I'll see everybody next week for the next one. And appreciate everybody, chilling with us.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anyone else want to weigh in?
You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Rolly, my brother. Happy birthday again. It was your birthday recently. Hope everything is amazing over there. I know you got a lot going on. Most the most humble, the most Rolly, the most humble billionaire in the world. You know what I mean? That's a title for sure. That's a title earned, not given. Um, the best collector on the app, bar for bar. Like let's keep it tall. Best collector on the app. Um, I'm trying to compete with you, but I can't. See, I can't compete in volume. I got to compete with pieces. It's about pieces. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I appreciate you coming through, bro. Um, and obviously, we're gonna have you back, and we're gonna chop it up, bro.
Pretty dope, dope, dope. Appreciate that prop. All right. So,
Appreciate y'all, man.
yes, appreciate you, Rolly. I don't know, Mahalo or Majin, did y'all want to say anything before we close up, or are we good?
Yeah, I'll just
No,
say, oh, go ahead, Martin, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's thanks to everybody for having me here, and thanks to the comic shop for having this idea in the first place. Because I've actually been reading comic books because of Rolex's choice to choose Spider-Man 6. I've been able to read up on Ultimate Invasion and read all of the Ultimate Spider-Man issues up to 6. I read all those today to
Nice.
catch up for this show. So Mahalo gave me some inspiration earlier today. He was like, "Yo, catch up for the shop." I was like, "Bro, I got to." So I mean, I was having fun all day just reading this whole new universe, and it was amazing. I love it. So grateful for y'all, and thank you, Rolly, for coming by and for choosing this book.
Awesome, awesome.
Yo,
And
that's a
once,
fact. Shout out to Mahalo for campaigning on the timeline
That's
for
a
the
fact.
comic shop. We
yeah,
appreciate
bro.
that, bro.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, bro. And
And
appreciate,
shout out Majin. Majin been up here. Like it helps when people hop up here so we can
yeah,
interact. So Majin been up here for the last couple, like shit, for like the last month or two, like rocking with us all the time. So mahalo you too. You know you've been a staple. So shout out to y'all that come through and just add another perspective.
yeah, and I just want to add to that too. I mean, because that's the purpose of this show. I mean, we could come up and give reviews from us and our guests, but that's really not the purpose of the show. The purpose of the show is a community based review. So the more people that come in and read and weigh in, that's kind of like the truest version of a review that you can get, because it is good to have different perspectives. It's good to have different ideas, different tastes, whether you're a comic book, aficionado, or whether you're a comic book noob, right? Like, we all know storytelling, we all know narrative, we all have seen movies before, and we all have an opinion. So you never feel like it's too daunting or anything like that. Definitely, I post the books on Tuesdays, what we're gonna be going through. If it's something you want to check out, read, feel free to read it and come up and weigh in. And your score will count. Your score will matter. And the more people that we get, I feel like the better the scores are. Because this is once again a review, a community based review. So Majin, thank you for being a regular. Mahalo, thank you for being a regular. Um, Mahalo, did you want to say anything before we close up?
Yeah, so Majin, thank you so much for actually coming up here, because yeah, I love hearing other people come up and weigh in. And Majin was doing great all day today. And Broly, he picked a great book. I definitely am a huge fan of Spider-Man, and this take on the Ultimate World of him has been great to read. To me, it's been pound for pound the best book to read all year long, compared to even Absolute Batman, who so a lot of people saying it's a damn great book,
Ooh,
Mm.
and it is a damn good book. But just the way that life picks up, and it's like real to me. It feels real for me seeing Peter go through all this. Has been great storytelling. So I'm enjoying the community coming up here and chatting more, but I'm looking at some other people here. I'm gonna throw them under the bus. Well, Millie was like saying, should I read it? And I was, telling him he should. I even like tried to help him out to get it in before he can weigh in, because shout outs to RX and Boogie who do the couch critics, and I love that whole community sentiment where y'all come in and chime in about like the show. Like, I love hearing everybody's opinions. KC used to come up here on the comic shop to chat about the books. I remember she chimed in about the Ultimate. So whoever's like coming here to listen, man, I should be like that bookworm hall monitor that says, "Did you do your homework? If not, if you guys are just there listening, this space should be called the back of the class, because y'all ain't doing the homework."
Yo, I gotta also I gotta also too shout out the chat because we've had some people in the chat today. Shout out Nasclin in the chat. Once again, he is championing for a regrade of that Spider-Man #1 for that to be regraded to a 10. But yes, that's another big part of this show. Utilizing the chat, whether you're on the live stream chat on X, or if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Twitch. That's a way to kind of be a part of the show, to weigh in on the show, even if you can't, because sometimes you can't come on stage, right? But it is visible. It's on the stream. It's something that I see directly. So appreciate everyone that chimed in on the chat today too. Chris Severs, I see you. Millie, I see you. Yeah, appreciate you guys. All right, so like I said, I will post for anyone interested. After this, I'm gonna post the read order for the Ultimate. Anyone that wants to dive into it, it's been an amazing series between all of them: Spider-Man, X-Men, Black Panther, the Ultimate. So I'll post the read order on my page in just a few minutes after we close up, and I'll tag who am I tagging? Roly and Mahalo. I think, right? Yeah, I'm tagging Roly, Mahalo, but it's going to be on my page. So anyone interested, just go to my page in a few minutes after this show, and it'll be up there. All right. So with that said, once again, I want to thank everyone that came through. Thank our special guest, Roly. It was a pleasure having you with us, bro. It's always a pleasure. It's a pleasure having you in the community. But having times like this when we can kind of like share passion, share interest, geek out about stuff, and also a lot of these stories have real world application. We can, as you said, even
my bad. Shout out to 250 in the live stream too.
and we got 250 in the live stream. Shout out everybody over there too. Yay! Let's go. But a lot of these stories have real world application, right? As you can see from how we kind of broke this down too. And I think that that's important, right? It's important to kind of talk about things, even though this is in a fantasy setting. So once again, appreciate everyone that tuned in. Appreciate everyone in the space. Appreciate everyone on the stream, the 250 on the live stream, everyone that came into the space. And we'll do this again. We do this every week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I know my sound is horrible, but I have to close out with this right. So look, I'm giving a full disclaimer. It is going to sound bad. It is going to sound bad when I close this out because my sound is broken and I have to upgrade my interface. But just imagine it sounds good, and I'm gonna be hyped because on my end it sounds good anyway. Okay, here we go. Yo, I gotta listen back to this recording to see how crazy it sounds, bro. But yo, we running with it.
She asked if she could see what's in the vault. Told her I could show you my collection of if you got the time, I could show you how it's done. Get you anything.
Let's go. Shout out everyone that came through. This is the Comic Shop, and also I gotta give a big shout out to Couch Critics and the Severance Reviews. I gotta watch the show, but make sure y'all check that out with RXH and E Boogie. My name is Emoji. I'm here with my co-host RXH, E Boogie, Propagandist, and together we bring you weekly on a regular basis a show we like to call The Comic Shop. Yes, we do this every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk comics, but also you, and yes, you too can come in and review these comics with us, because once again, this is a community-based event. So, appreciate everyone that tuned in. Appreciate our guest Roly. Appreciate Majin, Jesus, Mahalo that came on stage. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate the 254 in the live stream. And appreciate everybody in the space. We'll see y'all next week. Shout out to our winner of the giveaway, Doobs. And also, I would be remiss without shouting out our sponsors for the evening, VV Digital Collectibles. We will see you next week, same time, same channel. But until then, have fun, read some comics, get home safely.